There you go.
Okay, I gotta find my character sheet. It's been a while since I've...
Well, it's your choice. Do you want to play Land of Ichor, which you have characters for, or do you want to make level 5 characters and I'll drop you into the other campaign?
Other campaign?
Well, let's keep the characters we have, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to figure out what happened with, like, the situation we were in.
Yeah, no, that's fine. The world may not be as you remember it.
Yeah, we just spent so long getting to that one place that was not too far away that the entire world changed. The other party did something so crazy in the time we weren't playing.
One of 4 things is going to happen to your characters because one of 4 things happened to the other party.
What did the other campaign do, or the other party do?
What was the last thing that you guys did? Because it's been a while.
I hung out with the other campaign, and then Ray and I went off, did our little thing, went to the guard post, got a new quest to go, like, retrieve a sword from a dragon or something. And we went to the cave of the dragon.
And you haven't done the dragon part yet.
And we haven't done it yet. And that's it.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh no.
I'm just like reviewing my notes here and I'm like...
And I'm still level 1 with 276 experience points.
Oh yeah. Oh, you guys are gonna hit like level 7 in like the next 20 minutes.
Oh no.
Oh wow!
I'm not sure how to respond to this.
Gonna be my first character over level 2.
Oh yeah, get ready to like speed level.
Isn't your Jeb Jebby level 3?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, my first character over level 3.
You should end up just below level 7 in the next 20 minutes to half an hour.
If we survive,
is 23,000 XP.
Oh my! What did the other party do?
Well, there's a reason we're in a new campaign now.
Okay.
So,
well,
there were actually, remember, there were 4 parties in this world.
Alright, I do have an idea of something that I want to have happen to my character anyway. So
I don't want to kill off.
We'll see if that happens. I'll DM it to you. Yeah.
There is a way around killing off the character. Yes, there's something like that, EJ.
I feel like this might be the last session of this campaign.
Okay, so you guys are around here somewhere. We have Gimbal, Mara. Do you want to start at the dragon, or do you want to start in the city?
Let's start at the dragon, that way we can
I don't remember if we started walking. I thought we did, but we might have not.
We started walking, yes.
Okay. So let me just ploof. I'm going to retcon something real quick, and we're going to say it took you 1 week to get to the dragon, okay?
Maybe we got really distracted by something.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it took you a week.
We fell into a time rift and got distracted by other quests, and also tripped.
Ooh, shiny pitties!
Actually, wait. No. It took a day. It's fine. Okay. I just need... Okay. 1 sec. I need to organize my notes. For all my sticky notes. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen.
I have like...
You guys are gonna live it all as if it happened in the correct order.
Okay.
That's why I need all these notes. Okay. We're basically gonna speed run you through like 6 weeks of time.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's how long the other campaign lasted. So, you are walking down this path. It's been a long day of travel, about 12 hours. It is nighttime at this point. And up ahead of you, you can see a small building that is, just kind of like off in the forest. So here's your building. It's like off behind the tree line, but you can like make it out. It looks to be a single story cabin in the woods type idea, except for it's about 1.5 times the size of what you'd imagine a cabin to look like. So it probably has like 2 bedrooms and a kitchen and stuff. And it looks to be warmly lit and has a glow in the window. And that's the door right there. And outside there's like a stump with some chopped logs next to it.
Oi, Gimbal, you want to get some warmth?
Alright, yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I've been walking for a long time, and my bones are a bit old.
You're not getting old.
Well, after about 300 years old, my bones are pretty weak.
Oh, you're still a young man. 300 years is nothing.
Well, I didn't say I was only 300.
Oh.
Just that 300 years of walking causes a lot of joint pain, you know? Like arthritis and all that.
I need a clarifying question real quick. Do either of you or both of you have dark vision?
I do not have dark
I
vision.
don't remember.
I don't think you do, EJ.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
What is
I
EJ?
guess not.
Gnome.
No, he does not have dark vision.
No, but
Oh.
he's a changeling gnome, so...
Oh, shush!
He's a changeling gnome?
Shush!
Ray knows that!
No, he didn't!
No,
Yes,
I didn't
he does.
know.
He did
No,
not!
I didn't know that.
It was revealed the session before the last session that Ray was there. You revealed it, and then
I did
the
not.
session before that, it was revealed to Stick.
He never revealed
I
to
did not
me
reveal
that he
it to
was
Stick
a
or
changeling.
him.
I knew he was a gnome.
I revealed it to the other party, not to this party. I
No,
was gonna
no,
make
it
it a
was
big
to both.
reveal.
No.
It was both.
No,
It was
wasn't.
not!
I have it in my notes right here.
Well, your
He
notes are
never said he
wrong!
was a changeling.
I have a note of every character that knows whether he's a changeling and what forms they know.
Well, you made a mistake.
Because there's the time that you revealed because of the guard.
Then he
Right.
must have revealed it to
that
Riley.
was
because I
Hawk.
did not
I mean,
know.
that was,
That was
Ray
the
that got
other one.
revealed.
Oh, that was what?
Ray got revealed by the
Revealed
guard.
to Ray via guard is what I have written.
Ray got revealed. He was the
I got
changeling that
revealed to a
transformed in
guard.
front of a
Ray
guard.
was revealed. Okay. My bad.
You ruined my epic reveal. I'm so
I
sad.
apologize.
It's okay.
My note is wrong here. I have a little table, and apparently I marked one spot wrong.
Well, now
my
I know
gosh.
he's a changeling.
This was gonna be an epic reveal. I worked so hard.
I'll pretend to be surprised. Don't
Yeah, I
worry.
mean your character doesn't know, so I was gonna.
Does your character know I'm a changeling? I forgot.
No, neither of our characters
No.
know yet. Once I found out that you were gonna be a changeling, I was gonna be like, "Whoa, we're brethren!" and be like really surprised because like we're two of the remaining 100 changelings left in the whole world. So
Oh,
I'd be like,
sheesh.
"Wow, we're brothers and stuff."
Oh, yeah, there were that many changelings.
Yep.
Yep.
Were I'm scared. Okay, we'll figure out what happens.
So you knock on the door, and you hear kind of this deep voice from inside say, "Just a minute." And then all of a sudden, the door opens and reveals a bear standing on its hind legs, just kind of like looking at you. He's like, "Ahem, what can I do for you?"
Oh, how delightful.
Excuse me, have you seen a little girl with curly blonde hair?
What?
I can't say that I have.
Oh my gosh. Don't mind my little friend here. My large friend here. He's significantly taller than me. He's a little strange. Anyway, we were just wondering if we could find a place to stay for the night. Would you be willing to accommodate us? We can pay you, of course.
Yes, of course. Are you here to fight the dragon?
Well, we wouldn't say fight him, but we'll see what it comes to.
Yeah, well, you're welcome to stay the night. Any travelers here for the quest of the dragon are.
So what?
Are welcome?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
you got cut off on the word welcome, so you just ended.
That's why I was like, what?
Yes. He said, yes, you're welcome.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we go, thank you, my good, bear, sir? What's your name?
My name is Riley. Riley Barrington.
That's very good.
Oh my gosh. How
Kinda
much would
like use
that,
the
would
night.
you
You wanna walk
request
in?
for the night? Yes.
No, you're welcome to stay for free. Of course, if it's only one night.
Oh, that's very
thank you
kind
very
of you.
much.
Well, we are tired after a day of travel, and we are intending to do the dragon quest, so yes, we'll gladly take up your offer.
Okay, may I look around to see how the area is laid out?
As you walk into this little cabin area, you see that there is 2 doors straight ahead of you. I'll just mark these. Like towards this back wall that lead into separate rooms.
Alright.
To your left, there's another doorway that doesn't actually have a door into it that leads into what appears to be a kitchen. And then in this room that you're actually in with like the main door, there is like a couch-like thing and a rug on the floor.
Okay.
To be the couch.
Anything that looks like there's importance?
Oh my gosh. Are you trying to rob this bear host of ours?
I mean, there's like a
I am
table,
a thief.
and it's got like a vase on it, but you wouldn't know how valuable it is.
I want to be able to do like some kind of.
I mean, you could approximate. Do you want to like? Guess
Yeah, I'd like to
how much it's worth?
guesstimate.
Sure. Can you just roll me a perception?
That would be a D20 plus insight, right? No.
Plus perception, which is wisdom.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Is it R to roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 16 plus 0. 16.
Probably 2 gold pieces.
Ooh. Hey, Mr. Barrington.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you have anything to eat? Maybe I could help you fix something up in the kitchen if you're interested in getting some help.
I mean, that would always be welcome, please. Yes.
Yeah. I'll come help you, mate.
All right. So he kind of leads you into the kitchen.
Okay. Cool. I'd like to look around the kitchen now.
Okay. So inside of the kitchen is this counter. It's got different like iron pots and pans in there. There's a bucket of water on the floor, and there's like the materials to make a fire, like a campfire, that are laid out as well.
So, Mr. Barrington man, how do you make the get around and all that, being a bear and all?
Oh well, it's quite easy, you know. Bear life. I just walk around the woods. I occasionally eat rabbits, you know.
All right. So, did you make this cabin yourself?
I did not. No, it was made for me.
Oh, very nice. Very kind person that made it for you.
Yes. He was the wizard that created me. He gave me a place to live.
Oh, a wizard!
Yes.
Will we ever get to meet this wonderful wizard of bear?
Oh, I'm sure you'll meet him tomorrow.
Ah, okay. So, how and where can I start making this dinner for my friend and I?
Well, you can feel free to use any of the pots or pans. You can make a fire outside if you need. There's a clearing behind the cabin.
All right, cool. So, I'd like to start making dinner for everyone.
Okay.
With whatever materials I got.
Yeah, can you just give me a straight D20 roll?
D20 roll. R. A 4. I'm probably bad at cooking.
Yeah, so you tried to make, like, dumpling loaves, and they really just ended up as, like, hard rocks.
I'd like to hand them to the two of them. So, well, what do you guys think of my cooking? I'd say it's pretty good for my first time.
Oh boy.
The bear just kind of like takes it, puts his mouth, and just like chomps on it, and you just hear like, and like almost like rubble, like gravel, comes out of his mouth, and it's like different colors of black and gray. And he's like, tastes like my first rabbit when it jumped into the fire before I ate it.
So that means it's good, right?
Yes, it's quite nostalgic.
Good. What about you, Gimble? What do you think?
I'd like to cast Minor Illusion and like so as I'm picking up the little thing and bringing it up to my mouth, I'd like to cast Minor Illusion to make it look like it disappears as though I've eaten it. And then be like, oh yes, it's quite good.
Do I have to roll against that?
Yeah,
probably if I'm trying to deceive you, unless you just want to go with it.
Investigation is what you'd roll.
Okay, I got a 19.
Okay.
Plus,
you're blessed with good
0.
dice all the time.
Okay.
Oh wait, investigation?
Mine is 13
yeah, 0.
Plus. Let me find the right sheet for that. Investigation. Wait, am I doing deception?
Yours is deception.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Mine is a +9 on deception.
Oh, no. Mine's a -3. Mine's a -3.
Okay, yeah. So I definitely beat that.
Yeah. 16
okay.
to 30.
Yeah, you're convinced he ate it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm convinced? Okay. Yeah. Well, that's great. I'm glad you're enjoying that, my friend. Maybe I should try something different with another black texture tomorrow.
Oh, yes, that's a great idea. So, Mr. Barrington, you said you were created by a wizard and he's going to be coming back tomorrow. Would he be okay with you living, or with us staying in your master's house?
Oh, he doesn't live here.
Oh, would he just be visiting?
Be right back.
He doesn't really visit me either.
Oh, I see. You said he would be here tomorrow, though, or that he would visit us in some way.
No. I'm just sure you'll meet him. That's all.
Oh. So how exactly did you become a bear? How did this wizard create you?
Oh, well, you see, I was once just a bear cub. And he took me in, and he raised me, and he taught me the magical arts. And now I am a wizard, as well, and a grown bear. But society would not accept me, so I live here.
Ah, that's quite disheartening. I'm sorry society can be so rude sometimes. I definitely know what it's like to be an outcast of society.
Indeed, yes.
Well, I'm glad we can keep you company for at least tonight. I guess that's all the questions I had for now. I was slightly concerned that this wizard might be about to murder us, but I didn't see a good way to ask that easily. So I'm just gonna wait, and I guess I'll just suggest to Ray that we go to sleep.
I'd like to pretend I'm sleeping for a little bit and watch when Mr. Barrington goes to sleep.
Okay, well, he goes to the room on the left and leaves the room on the right open of those two back rooms.
All right.
Each one appears to be a bedroom. So he goes into like a left bedroom, leaves you the right one.
So when everyone's asleep, I would like to stealth into the area and look closer for any valuables. Can I do that?
Like stealth back into the main room?
Yeah. So I roll stealth.
I'll just go to sleep. But I'll be sure to like lock... If there's a lock on the door, I'll lock the room that we have.
Shoot.
It's just your ability to notice. So
4. Yeah, just 4.
No, I mean, the lights are off. There's no windows in this room, so...
Okay, well, I'll just head back to bed.
Okay. How long would you guys like to sleep?
So I'd like to wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. There's kind of like these birds chirping outside. It's morning. You hear like a thumping outside of your bedroom as you wake up. Like footsteps walking around the main part of the house.
Okay.
All right.
You just want to like walk out there or what?
Yeah, let's walk out into the main part of the house.
Okay. As you walk out, ahead of you, you see the bear as he just like walks out the front door. He turns around and waves to you before he leaves.
Mr. Barrington, where are you going?
I'm just heading out to find some food for the morning. Yes.
Is it okay I use your kitchen one more time before we have
feel free. Feel free.
Thank you. Okay, I'd like to make a meal for Gimbal.
Oh, no.
Just a straight D20?
Yeah, just another straight to 20. This one you can add a D4 to, because it's your second time.
Okay.
Ooh.
6 plus 1 equals 7.
Alright, this time, you're like, alright, I've got some jerky in my bag from my ration supplies, and you're like, I'm making the equivalent of bacon and eggs without the eggs. You cook it up, and you're left with like 3 black strips that could be anything from charcoal to like remains of a forest fire. But
ouch.
I would like to give some to Gimbal.
I'm okay, so I guess I'll wake up as well and walk out of the room, come to the table or whatever, and
Hey, I made some breakfast for you, Gimbal.
Oh.
Since you liked my food yesterday, I made some good stuff today, too.
Oh, interesting. I'll give it a look, or give it a try. And I kind of sit down at the table, rubbing my eyes and, like, straightening my pointy wizard cap. And as I sit down, I'll just kind of look down at whatever this stuff is. Could you describe this stuff to me?
He already described
Well, he said what it could be, but he didn't say...
So 3 black strips that are extremely flat, apparently have no moisture in them. When you touch them, they kind of crumble a little bit. If you kind of pick it up, it's just like a straight ruler. It doesn't flop around at all. It's just like extremely straight, narrow, and flat.
That's what I was afraid of. All right.
They're only about 6 inches long, though.
Alright, I'd like to cast Prestidigitation to alter the flavor of this food. Or quote-unquote food. Just like surreptitiously wave my hand over it, cast a couple sparkles down on it, and hopefully make it taste less horrible. And I'll take a deep breath and be like,
roll a d6.
Okay. I hope this isn't for damage. That is a 1.
Okay. So you managed to add a little bit of salt to it. So really, it just tastes like you're eating salty, burnt sticks.
I will attempt to not throw up.
Yeah, give me a Constitution saving throw.
It's a 12 total.
Okay. I mean, you don't throw up. You kind of gag a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It goes down. It crumbles as it goes, so it's like not that bad.
It's all right. But I would say that you probably have more skill and other talents, my friend.
Oh, I thought you said you liked last night's food.
Well, it's not bad for a first attempt, I would say. I've definitely tasted worse.
Okay. I promise I'll keep on cooking for you, so one of these days I'll get better at cooking.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
Okay.
Is Barrington already gone? He left or something?
He's left.
Oh, I was going to ask him if or when we were going to meet the wizard friend, but alright. So we haven't met him yet, and he hasn't given us any instructions, right?
No.
Okay. Can we continue on our way?
Yeah, you can head out. That's fine.
Alright. Well, my friend, I'm not sure where this wizard character is that the bear said we might meet, but I suppose it's time we head out and continue our quest. What do you say?
Yeah, let's start heading out. I'll be right behind you.
Very well. I am afraid if you're going to touch the kitchen again while I leave, but alright. And I walk out.
Don't worry. I'm not going to touch the kitchen again.
Alright, I'll just walk out.
Okay. As he's after he walks out, while I'm walking towards the door, I like to bag the pot that was sitting on the table.
This poor bear.
Okay, you mean it's a vase kind of thing?
Yeah,
but yeah.
the vase.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Now I'll leave, now that I've bagged it.
Okay. You just head out the door and keep going down the path?
Yep.
After approximately 15 minutes, the tree line kind of vanishes on either side of you. You're standing in a clearing, and up ahead of you, you can see this small mountain. Some might just call it an extra large hill. It's got some like rocks around it, and it's got a cave entrance that takes up most of its front side.
The Mountain of Eridad! Sorry.
So,
okay.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Do we know, like, according to our map? Or
Yeah, you'd say you're approximately where you're supposed to be.
Well, do you think that's it?
It might be. You ready for a dragon hunt?
I guess so. Looks a bit wimpy for a dragon horde. I thought this would be more of a grandiose mountain rather than a big hill, but let's go for it.
Well, don't judge a book by its cover. It might be pretty deep inside.
I suppose you're right. I haven't seen terribly many caves in my day.
The most caves I've seen is my thieves' cave.
You're always talking about your thieves.
Well, that's the fun of life.
Your definition of fun is very different from mine, I would say.
What's your definition of fun, then?
Entertaining people, and I'll, like, use prestidigitation to, like, make a couple flowers sprout out of my hands or something.
I find it entertaining to steal things.
Well, I suppose if you can get the thrill, then, it suits you.
Alright, well, enough chit-chat. Let's go see what's inside this
I agree.
cave.
Do you want to take this stealthily?
That might be a good idea, actually.
So our mission is to simply remove a sword from this horde, not necessarily to engage the dragon, right?
I think so. I don't remember.
What was our mission again, Huck? I think it was to just retrieve a sword, right?
Retrieve the sword.
Alright. Yeah, I think that's what our mission is. So, how about we try to not wake the dragon if it's there, or not be seen if possible?
Well, we'll try our best.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get going!
Oh, I do have some magic, but I don't think it'll save us against a dragon.
I don't think I heard him because I just
Okay.
rushed right into the cave.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'll just kind of follow and be like, wow, what are you doing? And I'll just kind of stop at the entrance to the cave and kind of peek around, trying to be careful and look in. Can I roll perception to see what I see?
Yeah.
Okie doke.
You can two-ray with disadvantage since you're just kind of running in.
All right.
I got a
looks
5
like you got a
plus,
5.
what is my perception? So it's -2.
I got a 7.
So that's a 3 total. I'm very bad
Okay,
at
so
seeing.
you got a 3. You run into this cave. Ray blindly, EJ looking carefully, and yet not seeing. The cave is immensely
It's too dark in there.
larger.
The sun's bright out here.
It's immensely larger on the inside than it appeared on the outside, kind of like TARDIS effect.
Whoa.
Where from the outside, you would have said this hill was maybe 60 feet from front to back. Once you get in, it's more like a mile wide. Like, it is huge. It's just flat, rocky terrain all the way across to the back. It's a circular room. The entrance is behind you, and the entrance is much, much bigger on the inside. The ceiling is probably about 2 miles above you, so you can barely see it in the darkness, but you can kind of tell it's there. And there's the occasional boulder and stuff, but nothing huge. You know, they're small boulders. And up ahead of you, you just see this pile of gold in the center of this massive room. Kind of
Jeez.
chilling there. We'll put the pile of gold here.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
So the pile of gold is just kind of sitting there, and there's different like glimmering items on it, including on the very top of the pile this gold sword that is like hilt down in it, so it's the blade sticking up.
Are you kidding me? Oh, so
would
can I
like
see that
to,
or no? I guess I probably can't see
Ray
it.
can see the sword. You can see everything else. EJ.
Is
Okay.
this guy supposed to be in here?
Oh no. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to, like, since I'm running in, I noticed that it changed. So I'd like to front roll behind a boulder that's in front of me.
Okay, I'd like to be kind of concerned, looking around, like forward and backward, like seeing if there's anything coming towards the entrance of the cave, looking around the inside of the cave. Can I notice any creatures or anything that looks dangerous in this area that I can see?
No, it appears to just be empty.
Okay. So I'll notice that the bigger on the inside effect. Can I begin taking 10 minutes to cast the ritual detect magic spell?
You want to cast the ritual, not just like straight cast it?
I don't have that spell, so I would have to use the ritual version.
I mean, yeah, certainly. You can spend 10 minutes doing it.
Well, in that case, I'd like to hesitantly start doing the ritual casting, and I'll kind of stay on the outskirts. So I'll go in the entrance, but kind of like stay like right against the wall, so I can easily flee if I need to. And I'll be kind of like trying to like get Ray's attention, like, psst, this might not be safe, and I'll be doing my ritual thing. But he can do what he wants.
I'd like to start going stealth then.
Yeah, sure. EJ, to you, Ray just kind of like sneaks away and then kind of vanishes in the dark. This room is not lit at all, by the way, so there's shadows everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only light is coming from the entryway that you came from.
And I don't have dark vision either. Neither of us have dark vision. Okay. So
this is going to be hard,
is it going to be like pitch black quickly?
It'll be pitch black once you go a little further in the room.
Okay.
So remember, this room is a mile wide.
Is the sword lit in some way? How did we see it?
Yeah, so Ray can see it because it's kind of glimmering. The light reaches just far enough to hit the the edge of the pile, and Ray noticed just like a glimmer that he made out as a sword.
Wow, okay.
But it's not like fully lit up like you could just stare at it, but it was just for like the instant that he ran in, light hit it just right.
Am I standing in an area where there is a bit of light shining?
I assumed based on like how you moved your character that you went off to the side. So yeah, there'd be like the light would be like the equivalent of where this edge of this triangle is. So
Okay, so I need to go back in here?
yeah, so the light would reach here. I can just draw the light on there for you.
Well, what I would like to do is take a piece of my glass shards and angle it in such a way that it beams light somewhere else in the room.
Yeah, that would be a dex and an intelligence check.
I don't remember how I got them.
You broke a mirror. if I
Oh,
remember
right,
correctly.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, Dex 17 plus 5, 23. Intelligence 14 plus. That would be 11.
Okay. I'd say you managed to line up the angle, but the calculations in your head aren't precise. Like, you can refract it a little bit in, like, a random way. And so we'll say that you, like, shined a bit of light, just, like, generally that way.
All right. Do I see anything over there?
No, it's just kind of, like, lights up a rock over there.
Okay, so I have 5 of these shards. Do I just use up 1?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to go over sneak over here. Do I have to roll sneak to go over here?
I mean, if you want to remain hidden, you're walking through the lit up area, so yeah, you'd have to
Right.
keep making them.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
2 plus 9, 11.
You kind of like dart across the light, and EJ, you just kind of notice this flicker of movement across the path.
I'll get startled and be like, what was that? Mara, was that you?
Okay.
Oh, and I'll continue, like, shaking my maracas or doing whatever I need to do to cast my ritual.
So, anything happened because I did that?
Nope. You're on the other side.
Okay, I'd like to take another glass shard and do that again. So,
Okay.
Dex and Intelligence?
Yep.
Okay, the Dex, 17 plus 5, 23 again. And then Intelligence is a 10. So it's 1 less than the last time.
EJ, can you just DM me real quick which of the 3 subclasses you went? The 3 types? Just
okay.
DM it to me.
Wait,
Yeah.
he has 3 subclasses?
No. Like, there were 3 options.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't
I'm
remember
pretty
which
sure I
one.
remember the title of it. Let me just make sure I'm...
If you can get it
Accurate.
anywhere close, I'll know what you mean. All right.
I'm pretty
Anyway,
sure
so
it's
you were setting up
regression.
this one, right?
Yeah.
And you got what? Is
I
same
got it.
holes.
1 less than the last time.
Okay. It's the same effect. Like, you shine it off in some random direction. We'll say, like, over there.
Okay. Do I see anything?
No.
I'd like to go back to Gimbal then. And I don't worry about stealth this time.
Yep. So he just kind of like shows up out of the shadows and walks up to you.
You're back. You scared me.
Hey, Gimbal, I showed some light in some other areas using the glass shards I have. Do you can you peer and see if you see anything? Because I didn't see anything.
Let me see if I can look. And I'll continue doing the ritual while I'm kind of squinting that direction. So he left those crystals there, or
Yeah,
shards
he
or
like
whatever?
left the shards.
Yeah,
there.
I left the shards there.
Okay, can I squint in those directions and see if I see anything?
Yeah. They just basically bounce off of rocks. They're over there.
So I just see rocks.
Like, there's just like a rock here and like a rock here,
Okay.
and like a couple of rocks kind of like off the side of the light.
So where's this pile of treasure? Is that in the square?
Yeah, that's the square. The square is the pile of treasure. Like, that's
Okay.
how big the pile is.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I'll be
With
like,
the dot in the middle being the circle.
I just see rocks. I don't know. I'm trying to cast Detect Magic to see if I can find any magical enchantments or things that might be dangerous in this area. I don't know.
That's what you're doing.
I don't prepare it, so I just have to swing my maracas around in here.
I mean, it's not worth a spell slot to do that, so...
So that's what you're doing. I was wondering why you were standing back here.
Yeah, I'm sorry for taking so long. Feel free to look around, just be careful.
I'd like to look up at the ceiling. Can I make any shapes out at the ceiling?
Give me a perception.
11.
No. I mean, it's too dark. All you can really make out is, like, as your eyes are adjusting to the darkness a little, you can actually see that the ceiling has, like, some spikes and stuff. But it's nothing unnatural.
Hey, Gibble, I've got a really bad feeling about this. Usually a dragon's horde has a dragon with it.
You're right. Maybe it's gone out for coffee?
Quickly, use Naruto-style Headhunter Jutsu.
Is that the one that makes a bunch of duplicates of yourself, or?
No, that's Shadow Clone. Headhunter Jutsu, you go underground and then you take your target and basically drag them up underground until their head is sticking out.
Oh, interesting. My character is basically built to do the Shadow Clone thing.
That's cool. But my character doesn't know that, so...
Yeah. My character is basically a walking meme. Just hasn't had much opportunity to show it
I
yet.
remember if dragons can see in the dark?
Probably. I would guess.
I mean, that's just general knowledge. Yeah, they have some version of either blood sense or dark vision or mind sense.
Oh, so stealthing probably doesn't do any good anyway.
Blind sight. They always have something that lets them see in the dark.
I would like to just head back over here. I don't care about stealth and pick that shard back up.
While I'm casting this, am I able to like reach in my robe and grab one object and give it to Ray and then keep doing my thing without interrupting it?
No, you can't do any other actions during the preparation.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Because it requires verbal. I mean, I'm letting you talk, but technically, all of your verbal and somatic actions have to be spent on detect magic.
Gotcha. Okay.
So because I removed that shard, doesn't it get dark where it was light?
Yeah, I just am reading some notes. Sorry, you go to this one. There you go.
I'll just take both anyways, so...
Okay.
Well,
And
we
then-
can see the sword. Do you want to just try to take it? I feel like surely it wouldn't be that simple.
That's exactly why I'm being careful, Gimbal. Last time I messed with something magical, I got nearly killed.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
I'd like to sneak into the shadows and kind of inch closer to the gold pile.
That's fine. So you want to, like, go up to the gold pile?
Yeah, but in the shadows.
Yeah, that's fine. It's still
Okay, I rolled a 19 plus 5 is 24.
Yeah, you just walk up. There's some gold coins on the ground that are off the pile, but you're just at the gold pile from the side.
What's inside the Dungeoneer's pack again?
Things like rope, torches. I can give you a specific list if you want here.
Is there a rock nearby me, like a pebble or something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's small rocks everywhere.
Okay, I'd like to pick up a rock and just toss it into the gold pile.
Okay. It's just kind of clink, 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 and coins fall off, and you see some gems revealed and stuff like that.
Do we want to fast forward until I complete my ritual? Or do you want to start touching the gold and trying to like do stuff before I complete my thing?
Well, let me listen. If there's anything that changes, then I'll wait until you're finished.
Okay.
Because
But if
my
not-
guy is very skeptical about magic items now.
Yeah.
What I would like to do, because I cannot really see in the dark, I like to listen for anything that sounds a little off after throwing that rock into the gold.
Mm-hmm. No, nothing sounds off at all. Even with that nat 20, sorry.
Darn!
Well,
That was
there was nothing. I was gonna give it to you for free, so waste the nat 20.
He can save that
Okay.
nat 20 for something else.
If you want to quickly think of an action, I'll give you the nat 20 on it. If you can come up with it in like the next 5 seconds.
Action. I'd like to swipe some gold and put it into my inventory.
Go for it. You got 10 pieces.
Nice. That's way better than I started out with.
Didn't you start out with like less 18 or something?
I started out with 16, but last time we did it, Stick took all my money.
Yeah.
And I had a lot more than that.
Oh wait, Stick took all of your money?
All of my money.
Oh my gosh.
So nothing happens from swiping it?
Nope.
Gold
Okay,
isn't
just
gonna
like
kill
to...
you from enchantment or anything?
I like to go back to Gimbal one last time. Okay, Gimbal boy. How's the ritual coming?
Almost done. Just gotta do a couple more things. Don't distract me.
Gotta keep saying my things.
Okay, I'd just like to wait for him to finish.
Just keep an eye out for dragons.
And then I guess we'll finish. What happens?
So you casted Detect Magic.
So
I'm going
anything-
to give you a bit of a hand here
Okay,
and
well, I
say
mean,
that you casted it 30
Well-
feet from the gold.
I think it happens like if you walk. Like it lasts for an hour, doesn't it? So as you walk,
It does.
it'll
It
continue.
does cast around you, but I would highly recommend that you have started it next to the gold pile.
Okay, sure.
Just because otherwise you might not actually see something.
Okay. Oh wait, because of the walking for half a mile to the gold, you mean?
Yeah, because because
Okay, yeah, sure.
the walking over.
Yeah, let's
Not
just say
that it would take you an hour to get there, but more like that the walking over might cause something to move.
Interesting. Okay. Sure.
Wait, the dragon's underneath the gold pile, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so what does his detect magic tell him?
Okay, so you're gonna see waves of this kind of bluish aura coming in from like the sides of the cave towards you. Those are all from the School of Enchantment. And then from the gold pile, you see this pinkish energy emanating out. And that is from the School of Conjuration.
From the gold itself, or from the gold
From the
pile?
pile. The pile, yeah.
Okay.
Not from each individual coin, just from the pile.
Okay.
And then there's
on me?
this. No.
Yeah. Do I
And
notice
then
anything
there's
from this pocket? Okay.
No, you'd notice nothing from his pocket.
Good.
There's this kind of purplish energy that's just like filling the whole back of the cave.
Oh,
And that's from the School of Aberration.
aberration. What's that again?
Yeah. Which
So-
one are the other ones too? I don't know if I remember those either.
Okay. So, Abjuration, not Aberration, I misspoke. Abjuration is the school of magic that deals with protective spells and the suppression of magic.
So basically, we
Conjuration.
shouldn't be able to use magic.
Conjuration is the school of magic that has to do with the creation of either creatures or objects. And enchantment is the school of magic that has to do with the influencing of the mind, whether it be charming or compulsion, or also the addition of power to an object or creature.
So immediately as I see all this, I'll be like,
Oh, that's true.
Sorry, I forgot one thing.
oh,
There's also this black energy filling the entire lit up space
Oh no!
from the school of necromancy. There you go. Now you're
Oh
good to go.
no!
Just where the light is touching.
that's interesting. So as soon as I see all this, I'll be like,
Whoa! Okay, yeah, this room is teeming with magic. Basically, everything in this room is magic, in some way or another.
Check my pocket! Check my pocket!
okay, should I take a quick look at his pocket and
You
notice
already
nothing?
did.
Okay.
You didn't notice anything
Okay, good.
coming from his
Your pocket's fine.
It's
I
okay.
hate enchanted things.
It's okay. We'll figure this out. While I have this active, can I pull out the bluish crystal that I got from the orc people that we fought last time?
Yeah.
And figure out what that is?
You're not actually casting Identify on it, so all I can tell you is any aura that's coming off of it.
Yeah.
You said it's the blue crystal from what zone?
It's
There's
a
lot.
bluish crystal that I got along with a yellow, blue, and red scroll things.
Oh.
Oh yeah, while I was with him.
Yeah. We didn't actually get a chance to split that loot, but I guess we forgot about
It's okay.
it. You got a nice new hood for it, so.
Yeah.
Better than the one that turns you into a tree, I guess.
No, I took a regular hood.
Yeah.
Okay. So the blue crystal is emanating with the same aura as the back of the cave here. This
Oh, suppression of magic or something?
abjuration.
Interesting. Okay, I'm not going to bother trying to identify the crystal right now because we're in a dangerous situation, so that's all I'll do with that for now. I'll put it back in my pocket. So Gimby will just be like, I recommend that we try to accomplish our mission as soon as possible and then get the heck out.
Do you know what kind of magic is protecting the gold pile?
It seems to be conjuration magic. I'm not sure whether it'll cast fire at us or whether it'll summon a bunch of bees, but it could be protected in some way, and it might not be pretty for us.
Do you know if touching the gold, or do you know what would cause it to activate?
I don't know. I don't know of any other way to check it out other than trying it.
Oh boy. I have an idea, and I think I know what might cause it to activate. So basically, what I'm thinking is that it's the sword specifically that if we touch it in any way, it's going to activate. So I was thinking, why not take a rope and try to get it from a further distance and then run the heck out of here?
I was thinking the same thing. Perhaps we could even use a crossbow bolt attached to the rope and try to send the sword flying towards the exit of the cave.
The exit of the cave is behind us.
Exactly. We could tie the rope onto it and then shoot it that direction.
Would you be willing to go on the other side? I could stay on this side and grab the sword if it flies this direction.
You know, it might be the best plan to just grab the sword manually rather than trying to send it flying through the air. Just in case the floor in this light here becomes infested with something else. That makes
what
it
do
even
you
more
mean
dangerous.
infested with something else? Good.
Well, the floor in this lighted area is apparently enhanced with necromancy magic. I don't know what that does, but it doesn't look good as well.
Necromancy is the skill that has to do with the energy of life and death, such as giving an extra reserve of life force, draining the life force from a creature, creating the undead, or bringing the dead to life.
Do we feel any different while we're in this light?
Oh boy,
Nope.
the dogs are getting loud.
We do
Sorry.
not? Okay. And Ray didn't ever leave this light, did he?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he
A
did?
couple
Okay.
times.
Just making sure that we didn't, like, drop dead if we walk out of the light. Okay.
And there's no magic aura coming off of you guys. That
Okay.
is different than you might expect. You know, like you have the energy that you would have normally, EJ. Like there's no spells that have been cast on you that you
Okay.
could.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, Gimbal will just be like, well, I know magic is often dangerous, but I don't know what else to do except to attempt to take this dangerous sword and hope for the best. What do you
Boy.
think? I could
There
cast,
we go.
I could cast
Okay.
a couple other spells to see if they will help, but I don't have high hopes that it'll function properly.
What other spells do you have?
Well, I can cast Unseen Servant or Mage Hand to pull the sword from its resting place without us having to touch it ourselves. But
How far can you do that?
Do remember it's the blade sticking up. Just keep that in mind.
the blade itself, not the handle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the handle is down. I said that when you walked in.
Oh,
Just to
okay.
remind you to make sure you know what's going on in this room.
Gotcha, I didn't catch that. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that mage hand might be a good bet because the blade is sticking up after all.
Yes, so perhaps we'll get close enough, possibly grab some gold on the way out, and run like heck. What do you think?
Oh boy. Here.
This is a terrible
Let's-
plan.
Let's test this terrible plan of yours. I'm going to go up there and grab a handful of gold.
Okay.
You go up to the sword and do not grab the sword just yet. If something happens with me grabbing the gold, you grab the sword and get out of there.
Oh,
I'll try to
okay.
hold on the enemy.
How stealthy are you in case we need to hide in the shadows?
I'm pretty stealthy, but I think a dragon could sniff me out.
I think you're right. Well, this is gonna be a great plan.
Yeah, let's get going.
Wish us luck. Can I, like,
Okay.
say a quick prayer to whatever gods I might believe in?
Sure.
Okay, I don't know what gods that might be, but I'll just be like, oh, please don't let us die, and then we'll carry out that
I
plan.
prayed to the DM.
Yeah,
I
pray
did.
to
I
the-
had one guy that started the Church of DM in one campaign, and he would
Pray.
always be like, "I pray to the DM. Does he give me a command?" So he had like a written list of things I said to him.
That's funny.
Nice.
Alright, so I'll walk up and be like, standing with my... Yeah, I'll just be kind of like right here, so I can kind of have a view of both of these in my periphery. Just trying to keep an eye on what would happen in all angles of me, and I'll be ready to grab the sword.
Wait. So you're climbing the gold pile. Is that what you're doing?
Nope.
Well, what exactly does this gold pile look like? Is it an actual square?
It is like
it
an
just
actual.
a pile of gold?
No. It's just a pile. The
How
square
big?
is just representative of the size.
Okay.
So it's an actual dragon treasure hoard.
So is this?
It is like how you would imagine. Like you've seen The Hobbit, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
the
A
small
room full of treasure.
Yeah.
Take a
Yeah.
chunk of that. That's what it. Yeah.
Okay. What are the dimensions of it? Like, how tall is this pile of gold, and where is the sword in relation to it?
Specifically, let me scroll to my notes. It is approximately 60 yards back to front.
Okay.
That's huge.
That is-
120, or
tall?
180 feet. It is approximately 9 yards tall at its tallest.
Wow. Okay, so I can't even cast it
27
in the
feet.
range. 27 feet.
Like that's where the sword is 27 feet off the ground.
Oh my lord.
You can climb it. It's like a slope, so you could climb your way up there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just.
That's just how tall it is at the center.
Careful, Gimbal. Don't trip now.
Very well. And I'll start climbing the pile of gold.
Okay. And Ray, what are you doing?
I'm just going to wait for him to get to the sword, and then I'm going to grab a pile of a big handful of gold. If nothing happens, then I'm going to tell him that he could grab as much gold as he can before we grab the sword.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
So, you see Gimbal ascending this pile.
Oh, boy.
And with every step, a few gold coins tumble down. And as they hit the ground and he gets higher and higher, it's almost like the gold coins are producing light. And underneath Gimbal's feet and under his hands, as he kind of like climbs up this pile, he starts to feel warmth as coin after coin starts lighting up and turning a bright orange. And after a couple seconds, it kind of starts to burn. And can you give me a dexterity saving throw, EJ?
Okay, how
no,
close am I to the
EJ.
top at this point?
You got maybe like a yard up, like
1
3
yard
feet.
up,
You did-
okay.
you did not get very far up this slope.
Okay, and that is a 15 plus. My dex is a plus 4.
Yeah.
That's
So 20.
19.
Okay.
No,
So
19.
you're gonna take 19. Sorry, you're gonna take 8 damage as
Oh.
this coin burns a hole in your hand, your left hand,
Oh my gosh.
and the pain kind of causes you to yank your arm back, which causes you to fall backwards. You catch yourself as you tumble to the ground, but you just kind of like clatter away from the hill, and all of a sudden the light just vanishes from the room again.
Okay, so I'll just fall backwards and like land on the ground again.
Gimbal, what happened? Are you okay?
Ah! Is there like a literal hole in my hand?
Oh yeah, like a gold coin sized burned hole in the flesh.
Oh my lord.
Ouch. Okay. Let me change my HP real quick.
I'd like to run over to him to see if he's alright.
Yeah, I mean it cauterized the wound, so it's just a hole. Like there's no
Ouch.
blood.
Oh, okay.
Am I still able to use that hand, even though there's a hole in
Yeah,
the middle of
because
it?
for spells, yeah. For holding an object, little more iffy.
Hey, now I have a perfect like cup holder for my stuff. So. So I'll just kind of look down at my hand in awe, like, okay, climbing the gold is a bad idea, and like shake it off a little bit.
What in the world happened, Gimbal?
See for yourself, and I'll like look at him through my hand, like just holding up the hand to him and looking at him through it.
Well, we could always chop the hand off and give you a hook.
I don't like that plan very much. So I'll kind of be
What?
cradling my hand with the other hand and kind of like holding it in pain as we're trying to decide what to do next. So clearly that didn't work.
I don't think he would be able to open or close his fingers. Maybe his thumb.
It's like in the palm, so like he's able to bend the fingers, but perhaps not have as much control over the second joint. Does that make sense? So
So it's not all the way through his hand where he can see through.
where you can see through it. No, it's just like a burn. Like
Oh, okay.
it's like a severely damaged section of his palm.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense then.
Sorry. Yes.
Okay.
It is not as if there is literally a telescope going through his hand.
I'd like to still go over to it and grab a few more pieces of gold.
Okay, sure.
Playing with fire.
We'll say you grabbed 2 more.
I'm gonna stay far away from this gold and not touch it anymore.
And nothing happened.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Is there anything that we could use as a buffer between us and the metal of the gold itself? Like,
Does the Dungeoneer pack have a blanket or something?
it is.
I think it's the only pack that doesn't have a blanket. In fact,
I have an explorer's pack which contains a bedroll.
which has blankets.
Yeah, we could use that.
Maybe try using a blanket. See if that works.
I suppose. But you're the one trying it this time. And
Oh boy.
I'll kind of reach in my pack and pull out a blanket and toss it at you.
Alright, I'll grab the blanket and then I'll try to toss it in such a way that it unfurls up on the pile. Does anything happen? Or do I need a roll?
No, it just kind of sits there. Yeah.
Be ready to jump back. Don't put your hands down if you can avoid it. Just walk on it and then be ready to jump.
I'd like to walk over to the blanket then.
Okay.
Anything happen?
No. It's just the blanket's just laying there. The blanket probably stretches about. We'll say it's a big blanket, so 7 feet up the slope probably.
Okay, so I'd like to walk a little bit up the blanket and stop for a little bit to see if anything happens.
Okay. No, I mean you how far?
Halfway up the blanket.
3.5 feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get about 3.5 feet up. Light kind of starts glimmering from under the blanket, and you can touch it and it feels a little warm. And around the room, the gold coins are just kind of starting to light up.
What about the ones in my pack?
I mean, do you want to open the pack and look?
Yes.
One of them is glowing.
I'd like to go back to Gimbal for a second.
Okay.
Hey, Gimbal, my man.
The
Yes?
light all goes out.
I'd like you to hold my purse for a little bit.
Here, let me give you this bag with the gold that might, burn you
Spontaneously
again.
combust, yeah.
Yeah.
How about we just put it on the ground right here beside me, and I'll pick it up if we need to.
Alright. I place it on the ground next to him.
There are gems and stuff as you knock coins off this pile that are starting to be revealed. As if there's a layer of gold coins covering up what could be more valuable stuff underneath.
I'd like to pick up a few of those.
Okay, well they're huge, probably at least 4 inches long.
Sheesh!
Yeah, they're big. So you could grab one. Do you want a ruby, a sapphire, an emerald, or a?
I want a ruby. I want a big old fat ruby.
All right.
Have these things been glowing as well, or are they?
It's just the coins. It's not all the coins simultaneously. It's just one by one they start lighting up really fast. The higher you climb.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, so I get to have a 4-inch ruby? 4-foot ruby? 4-inch?
No, 4-inch.
4-inch.
It's just reaches in the pile, pulls out this ruby that's almost as big as he is. Yes. Just puts it in his bag.
Right. So while he's doing this, about my scrolls, the blue bound one, when I studied it, I found out that it was a water conjuration spell of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
With that spell, could I... How long would it take to ritual cast it? Would it be a 10-minute spell or an hour spell or what?
It's 1 minute. For
1
all
minute?
three of those scrolls. Yeah.
For a ritual casting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like to try beginning to cast that.
Well, they're scrolls, so you can just cast them straight off. You don't have to cast them.
But I don't want to
But
burn it up
doesn't it
in case I
use
want to
it
use
up?
it again sometime.
Yes, it will use it up if you just cast it straight off.
Yeah, so I mean, I could
So
spare
you can
1
ritual
minute
cast
to try
it
to
for a
figure out
minute.
what it does, because I think it might be helpful in terms of, putting out putting out fire, or washing away a bunch of coins from a layer of things that are safer to walk on.
Sure. Where are you casting it specifically?
I'm attempting to cast it just so the water will pour down from basically above the sword. Or at least that's what I'm imagining. I don't know exactly what the spell does, so that's where I'm targeting, just the air above where the sword is.
You're imagining if you could target somewhere, it would be above the sword.
Yes, if it's in range, but I guess it's probably not. So I'll
All
do what I can. trying to cast it and not sure what it does.
So you spend the minute casting this spell, and all of a sudden, beneath your feet, the ground kind of like starts to sink in a little, and then you just like drop, and you find yourself in this 3-foot deep pool of water that's about 5 feet in diameter.
What the heck did he just do?
Okay. How deep is it?
3 feet deep, 5 feet in diameter.
Okay.
Give me a moment. So basically, he just made a big old pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but nice. Did the ground, like the stone ground that I was standing on, just kind of like melt away, revealing water? Okay.
No, it's as if it started to get like soggy, like you started sinking into it just before it kind of just vanished entirely.
Interesting. And
was replaced with water.
Would I know that this, or like, would I be able to tell that this is a temporary effect or like a permanent effect on the land?
You would not know just from casting it.
Okay, well, I'll get out of the pond and be like, well,
am I stuck in the pond too?
That's not what I wanted to have happen.
No, I assumed you were just outside of it. The water starts to kind of follow you.
Oh,
in this like little, I don't want to say tentacle, but like floating stream of water that just like follows you out of the hole.
Impressive spell there.
Yeah. Oh, your purse is now at the bottom of the.
What?
I'll get it. I'll jump back in and swim to the bottom.
So you jump in, and Ray, you notice this like water just like follows him back into the pool of water. And you swim down, you grab it, and you bring it up.
Okay, so I'll come back up and toss him back his pouch, and I'll be like, this water seems to be very friendly. I'm not sure what's going on. I thought this would be more helpful.
With this water, you can finally climb up the coins.
I don't know how that would help. And so what exactly is this water do? Is it like
it's just like following you
tentacles?
around. You know, it stays about like a foot behind you, so it's not touching you when it follows you. It's just.
So is the pit itself moving, or is it just?
Yeah, like the water is coming out of the pit and following you. Not the pit. The pit is staying. Like the hole.
Oh, okay. So the lump of water is just kind of flowing along and hanging out with me.
Floating about 2 feet off the ground. Yeah.
Floating off the ground? So it's not in contact with the ground?
A floating stream of water.
Oh, that's interesting. Can I do anything with it? Like, if I move my hand, does it follow that? And, like a waterbender kind of?
It follows your hand, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Can I experiment and see if I can, like, try to get the hang of how to, like, move it around a little bit? Like, directing it like a conductor or something?
Yeah, I mean, okay. So as you move your hands around, it seems to follow your right hand. And it just kind of like follows the motion of your hand. And you do find that you can kind of like thrust your hand forward, and it kind of like the water just kind of pushes forward in the direction that your hand thrusts.
Mm-hmm. Like a stream, like a power washer kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a
so
hose.
Can I begin trying to do that motion, like moving my hand forward at the pile of gold and beginning to wash away some of the gold coins from the top of the...
Sure. The coins just start kind of like bouncing off and washing away and revealing piles of gems and magical jewelry and stuff.
Ooh, jewelry!
Stay focused. We don't want to stay here any longer than we have to.
I did it. I ignored him and I started grabbing some of the jewelry.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to continue trying to wash away stuff, and I'll begin moving forward to, like, begin clearing a path all the way up this pile of stuff, hopefully.
Is there a particular type of jewelry you'd like to grab? There's pretty much anything. Rings, necklaces.
I'd like to grab
belts.
a couple necklaces, can I?
Yeah, sure.
How many?
Let me just roll this to see which necklaces you get. Okay. You get a nice necklace with probably 6 or 7 small diamonds in its center. And then you get another one that's more like a black choker with 2 rubies embedded in it. You just want to throw those in your bag, or do you want to keep them on you?
Throw them in my bag.
Meanwhile, when you've taken those out of their spot, you see beneath it is a breastplate of some kind. But it's still buried beneath some more stuff.
I'm not really interested in heavy equipment, though.
Just be careful as you grab that stuff. Grab some for me.
And I'll keep doing my thing, trying to clear a path up the pile.
Okay. So you're like washing the coins away and then like walking up.
Yeah, walking up a little bit at a time, making sure that it's safe, making sure that I'm looking around to make sure that I don't get burned by something else. And then once I'm sure that I'm not going to die, I'll go a little bit more, brush a little more away.
I'd like to just, like, carefully, as to not get the gold coins all over me, start pushing this armor stuff out of the way to see what's even deeper inside the pile.
Okay.
Agreed.
So underneath the breastplate, you kind of like move the gems and jewelry out of the way that's covering the rest of this breastplate, and you shift it out of the way, and underneath this like weird, almost scale-like black surface is there.
Uh-oh.
Gimbal?
What? I'm busy.
He's like eating a snack halfway up.
Hey, I got hungry.
Still just like washing with his hand while he's like eating bread with the other one.
I'm having fun with my new water friend.
I think I found the dragon.
You what?
I'll kind of like look over at him and lose focus on
The water kind of comedically looks over too, like it's head.
That's amazing.
I see a big black skull here. It's gotta be a dragon.
Oh no. Do you think... I don't want to know what I think.
What do you think?
I don't know what I think. I just wonder if maybe the sword being pulled out is going to wake it.
I have a feeling it might.
Well, it hasn't woken up yet.
And I'll keep pushing coins out of the way to continue making my way up.
Okay. At this point, you're probably about 6 feet up, because it's taking you a bit to wash the coins before making each motion up.
Okay, nope.
And you're starting to notice the coins lighting up around you very quickly. And ones that tumble past you are like sizzling, like there's water boiling off of them. And you're noticing there's less and less water for you to be using.
Huh.
As if it's slowly being boiled away.
Am I going to need to back up a bit so I don't get this boiling water coins all over me?
No, I mean, since they're like individual coins, not like large piles, they're coming down all at once.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that you're safe. Like, you just sidestep them every once in a while.
Okay.
It's not like you're directly behind him. You're kind of like a little off to the side, kind of digging in this pile.
Yeah.
So I'll just keep going a little bit, and I'll be like,
Oh no, my water buddy's kind of getting boiled away. Are you okay, little buddy?
It just kind of like nods and keeps going at it.
okay. This is my new best friend.
Meanwhile, the gems, once you get to the 7-foot mark, the gems start to light up now.
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
Oh no. Okay.
With the sapphires having an almost ocean smell coming off of them. The rubies seem to spark. The emeralds glow like eyes of some kind of beast. And the clear ones almost begin to wail like a solemn wind.
Oh boy, this isn't sounding too good, Gimbal.
You might want to take those gems and put them with your other gold.
As you kind of turn around, or as Ray might turn around to look at his pouch, he notices that his bag just bursts into flame.
Oh.
Everything inside just like burns away into ash.
Everything I have?
Everything that was in that bag.
Wait,
That's
everything in his entire
everything.
backpack, or just in his pouch of coins?
Wait,
no,
what's-
that whole bag, and all that's left is a pile of a few gold coins and a gem, both of which are glowing.
I thought I threw the pouch back to him and he put it on the ground again, or is it?
No, I got the pouch on me.
Oh, you put it back on. Oh no.
So did I lose the pouch too?
Yeah. Anything that was so you have a pouch of coins, right?
Yeah,
And you
I
had
would usually hang it on the side of my pants.
Yeah, so it starts on fire and like burns to ash immediately, and the coins drop. You don't start on fire, but the coins just drop to the ground, and the pouch is entirely gone.
So
I
I
think that
got
was-
0 coins.
Yeah, and they hit the ground glowing. And then where was your gem?
My gem was inside my backpack with everything else.
Yeah, and the gem.
Oh no.
So that the whole backpack burns away, revealing this ruby that is like glowing like a fiery heart.
So I lost the 2 necklaces, the vase.
Oh, the necklaces are there. It's fine.
Oh,
The vase is gone though.
okay. What about my
Anything that was from this room is still there.
What about my 5 glass shards?
No, they're gone.
3 bandages.
Gone.
My tubes of green stuff.
Green stuff? What is a green stuff?
Club.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Thieves'
He
tool.
sounds
You
so
could
happy
say-
with himself.
If you wanted, you could say the club is like attached to your belt or something.
Okay. My thieves' tools.
Mm-mm. Those are gone.
My 4 daggers.
You could probably have at least one of those on your belt, but the rest would be gone.
Okay. My Dungeoneer's pack is gone on.
Yep. As well as your 50 feet.
My
of rope and
18
stuff.
Oh
arrows.
my god.
My short bow.
Oh, you must-
Oh my gosh, I lost so much stuff. And I'm wearing my cloak. Do I still get to keep it, or
yeah,
is
you
it-
can keep a cloak, yeah.
Okay. Gimble, we have a small problem.
I just turned to him and I just see like a little puff of smoke coming from where all his stuff was, and just like all
Well,
his
you'd see
coins and
this
stuff fall to the
bright
ground.
red ruby that's like almost like a fire unto itself. Where it was.
Oh no! Did you take some coins from this? Ah, you did.
I even took a ruby and a couple of necklaces.
At this point, your feet are starting to feel very warm,
Mine?
Gimbal.
Oh.
No, Gimbal, as you look down and you notice that they're surrounded by rubies that are starting to glow.
Okay. Can I start to wash away the rubies as well? So I'm.
The rubies are not going to move when you hit them with that water.
Oh.
They are
Okay.
embedded in this pile and they are huge.
Okay. I'll begin retreating down
Okay.
the way a little bit, and I'll be like, okay, seems like we need a new plan here.
Are the rubies no longer glowing?
Yeah, once he hits the bottom of the pile, they're fine.
I'd like to take my cloak, wrap my ruby and necklaces with my cloak.
Oh no!
I
You're
no
just gonna
longer-
burn all your clothes off.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to move them outside the area.
Okay.
Okay. So you start
And-
walking to the door until you notice there is no door.
Oh, great. Wait, where's the light
Gimbal?
coming from then?
Oh, the light's still coming from where it, and
Oh, no.
Gimbal, if he looks over, can see the door.
Gimbal, I can't
Oh.
see the door. Where's the door?
It's right there.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
Gimbal, I don't see the door.
What do you? Put down the crystal?
All right, I'm putting down the crystal and stuff. Okay, I put my cloak sack down.
Okay. As soon as you take your hands off it and look up, the door is there.
Can I throw it past the door?
What do you
Like
mean?
the entire
pick it up
sack.
and then
Yeah, pick it up and
chuck it?
toss.
You're gonna have to walk a half a mile away from me. You won't be able to talk to me, probably, unless you
Yeah,
yell really loud.
I'm at the door now. I'm at the door now.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Well,
you
while
pick
he's
it up,
doing that,
swing it back, and you chuck it, and to you, it's going straight at the door, and then it just seems to stop mid-space and just clatter to the ground
Okay.
without going through the door. Like where the door, where it was
Yeah.
about to exit, it just
Yeah.
drops.
Okay, so I'd like to go into my cloak and just pick up the ruby. That's it.
The
Does
door is
it-
gone.
Okay, so I put down the ruby.
The
And
door is
I
back.
pick up the necklace with the 7
The
diamonds.
door
in
is
it.
gone.
Put it down and pick up the choker.
The door is gone.
Okay, I take everything back to the pile and angrily chuck everything into the pile. And I take my cloak and put it on. Gimble,
Wow. While he's doing all that, I'll just be trying to do other stuff while he's walking all the way there and walking all the way back. I would like to try out the yellow scroll, which is some sort of wind levitation spell. That I'm not exactly sure what it does
like as a ritual.
Yeah, ritual again, because I don't want to burn it up permanently. But I'd like to try casting the levitation spell on like the nearest piece of gold.
Alright. So immediately, all of the coins in the pile begin to slowly rise, including any other well, not all the coins, my bad. All the coins within 250 feet of you.
Oh.
Which is not the entire pile, but a good chunk of it.
All
begin
of them.
to slowly rise. Yes.
Oh.
Including the one you were looking at. Including all the ones on the ground and stuff. Just slowly start to float upward.
Okay.
At a very slow pace. Very deliberate pace of like an inch every couple seconds.
Okay, I'll be kind of like baffled and I'll be like, what in the world? And I'll try using like forcing my hand forward again and trying to like slap at some of them with the water to see if they'll like bump into each other and I don't know, just see what they do. Like pool balls bouncing around or something.
So as you thrust your hand, the water kind of juts forward and then all the coins just coalesce into one.
Oh.
Like massive pile in the air.
Oh no.
And they just slam forward, and you feel like the magic from the scroll leave you.
What?
And they just fly across the cave.
What?
do I see this?
So, no, you're like a half mile away.
Bill? Sheesh.
So basically I just yeet the entire pile of coins across the entire cave? And they like slam into the wall over here?
Yeah, they land somewhere in
Oh.
this like general area.
I will be still confused as to how this spell works, but I'll be like, that was cool, I want to try it again. And I'll cast it on the next layer, like on one of the crystals.
Alright, as you start to try and ritual cast it, you begin to feel very exhausted.
Okay.
And you're going to get a point of exhaustion.
What's that do?
But you do manage to cast it again. So, if you get 6, you die.
Oh! Okay. Where do I keep track of that?
And you get rid of up to 3 per long rest.
Interesting, okay.
And they have detrimental effects every 2.
Okay.
Which I believe the first one is you get disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh.
The second point halves your speed. The third one gives you disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. The fourth one gives you a permanent halving of your hit points until you get rid of them.
And rid of the hit points? Or the, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So right
the
now,
fifth one reduces your speed to 0.
Oh.
And the sixth one kills you instantly.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Good to know.
Yes, that is good to know.
Okay, so I casted it successfully again, but I feel tired now.
Yeah, so
very tired.
You feel extremely exhausted. And to put this in perspective, you can't actually get exhaustion in D&D from moving unless you sprint 12 miles. That is how exhausted an exhaustion point is. You get an exhaustion point for 12 miles of maximum movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'll immediately collapse to the ground and like fall on my butt as I'm casting this spell.
Yep, but you do cast it. What were you casting it on?
I was casting it on the rubies and the other, like the next layer down below
the rubies start
gold, I guess.
floating up. Just the rubies. And they kind of float in the air. At this point, Ray, I'd say you're probably back if you're...
What's happening to the sword at this point, by the way?
It's just like sitting there in its pile.
Well, is it, like, I assume it was sticking out of the top of the pile, which was gold originally.
Yeah,
and
but
now
it has just, like, without moving, just periodically gone down each layer.
Interesting.
With its hilt being the same level submerged with each layer that's removed.
Okay.
Okay, so while he's, I guess, lifting those rubies, I've arrived, right?
Yep, and the ruby kind of lifts out of your hands and just flies up into this coalescence.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Now I don't even have a ruby.
I'll be surprised
I
as
throw
well.
the necklaces down anyways.
Okay.
Oh my lord, I've lost so much.
Okay. Can I?
Gimbal, I hate this place.
I'm not a fan of it either.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out these spells. Maybe it's the room, maybe it's the spells, but either way,
At this
it's
point,
making me
your
tired.
water friend kind of like shakes a little and then breaks away into like droplets of rain.
Oh no, my buddy! Oh, I liked him.
Alright, so is it... If I, like... So they're all the crystals kind of coalesced into one big,
Just the
like,
rubies,
projectile
yeah.
type of thing? Oh,
Yep,
just
the
rubies?
Mhm.
Okay. How big of a object is it now? Or, I know it's not a solid
You're
object,
gonna
but...
make me do math here.
Well, I'm just... Okay, so basically how much
Give me a
damage would it do
minute,
if I
EJ.
attempted to yeet it at, like, the next layer below? But I guess it didn't even get through the layer of emeralds and rubies and everything, so...
Yeah, man. Give me a minute.
Okay.
I'll tell you exactly how much damage it does because there's calculations. for
I don't
this.
want to know how much damage it does. I'm just wondering if it can be used to, like, do more bulldozer work.
It is 33 feet long
Holy... Wow. Like, in diameter, kind of?
in diameter. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
If you want to know the specific damage value,
I don't want to know the damage. I just want to know if it could be used to, like, if I throw it, would it be able to knock and, like, help clear out more of the next layer
yes.
down?
It
Okay.
would do between 264 and 2,131.2 damage.
Oh my god!
What?
Well, I found the new way that I'm gonna fight things. If we find the dragon, this is what I'm gonna do to it. Okay, so I'm gonna try to use this like a makeshift piece of dynamite to blast through the next part of the wall, like on this side of it. So all the debris would go off in this direction somewhere. In
So
theory.
here, let me grab a thing to represent this. Okay, this is going to represent it. So it's currently floating above the pile, and if you back up, it kind of just follows with you, staying about 60 feet away.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna back up so I'm not in danger of like rogue rubies like going through someone's skull.
Okay,
And then
it stays 60 feet in front of you. So
okay, cool. And then just slam it. I hope it doesn't
that
wake
was
a
not
dragon.
accurate.
This is a
That
bad
was not an
idea.
accurate representation. Let me
Okay.
quickly do this.
Yeah.
So, you slam it into this pile.
Oh
The
no.
rubies fly everywhere. Other stuff flies everywhere. Sapphires, emeralds, clear crystals, jewelry, armor. There's some daggers and clubs and stuff that fly out. Swords, bows,
This is such a bad
arrows.
idea.
and all that's left there, like directly in front of you, is the head of a dragon, just like peering out. The head takes up the majority of what was the front of the pile,
Oh.
and
is it looking at us?
no, its eyes are closed. Like it's
Oh.
facing you, but its eyes are closed.
Okay.
And there's still stuff like above, like layered on top of it. And the sword you would place somewhere like in its mid, like between the two wings.
Okay.
And is it still handle down?
Yeah.
Is the handle inside of it?
No, well, you can't see. Like there's still
Oh,
layers of
okay.
stuff. So the sword would still be like basically in a pile of loot.
Well,
you
that's
would
some
guess.
amazing stuff there, Gimbal, but what I think you probably could use that spell for isn't to throw a bunch of gems around, but maybe bring the sword to us?
That's a good idea, but I'm really tired. I don't think I can cast that spell again.
You have 2 stress points, don't you?
To what?
2
It's
stress
one
points.
exhaustion.
Yeah, I have one
Okay.
exhaustion point now. I feel like I just sprinted 12 miles and I'm like
Yes.
sitting on the ground like
That was an amazing spell, though.
Yes,
However, I
disadvantage on
am
all following ability checks.
incredibly surprised that this dragon did not wake up.
I am too.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to start climbing a little bit on the dragon.
Like on
Oh
its
my
head.
God. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. I'd like to bring out my
Yeah, why
third
not?
and final scroll and carefully try to figure out what it. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. That's.
Avatar of Flame, Rage, and Strength. Yeah, never mind. I don't think that'll help much. Let's not do that. Let's not figure out what that one does right now.
So nothing's happening with the dragon?
No, you're just like standing on its head.
I make my way closer to the sword.
How close,
Okay.
like, now that the pile's been reduced a bit, how close can I get safely without my feet catching on fire in order to try to reach the sword with
So
like,
the
mage hand or
pile
something?
at this point is only about 4.5 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
So Ray on the head of this dragon could literally walk to the very edge of its head and reach up and probably touch the sword.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to attempt to do.
Oh, okay. Be careful not to die.
So do you just want to grab the sword?
I'll take my cloak and I'll try to sling it around the blade of the sword. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, sure. The cloak touches the sword and disintegrates into dust.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just standing there dumbfounded with my jaw hanging lower than possibly should.
I'm glad you didn't touch that with your hand.
My cloak!
Okay, I'd like to try to get close along with Kimball, kind of pat him on the back and be like, there, it's fine. You might want to... What'd you say?
Use your mage hand and see if it works!
That's what I was planning on doing. Be ready to run. And
Right?
I'd like to cast Mage Hand and create a little blue glowing hand beside me.
Just like the one that's messing with his die.
Yeah, pretty much. Whoosh. I want the sword to, or the hand to go over, float over to the sword and try to touch it.
Okay. So mage hand, sword. Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So mage hand touches it and kind of clasps around this blade.
And it disintegrates.
Probably.
Exactly.
Oh.
And the mage hand kind of breaks into these blue streams of energy that fly off to the two sides of the cave. And shambling out of the shadows
Oh no.
towards this pile
Skeletons or something.
come these wonderful guys,
Oh.
Oh my goodness gracious.
one on each side.
What have we
Oh.
gotten ourselves into this time?
Gimbal?
I see him.
Maybe run?
Might be a good plan. Hold on. Let me see if I have any abilities that'll help.
Wait, that red scroll! What about the red scroll?
Oh no. Fine. How long does it take to cast or the red scroll? Is it 1 minute as well?
As a ritual?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 1 minute.
Okay.
These
And,
guys will be on you in 20 seconds.
okay.
Let's retreat to the entrance and then you use the red scroll. How's that sound?
Let's do it. So
All right.
we're gonna need to
Guys.
run very fast if we want to actually be able to outrun them anyway, right? Because they're big and they can cross a half a mile in 20 seconds, whereas we would have to
Yeah.
cross a half a mile. Yeah, we're not
You're
gonna
not
make
gonna
that.
make it to the door.
There's no way we can make that far. Okay, what should we do instead of running? What's a better plan?
I hop on the dragon. And I
You wouldn't hit the
start-
dragon, would you? So what are these guys made of? Just stone, or?
Yeah, they're just missed.
Okay, interesting.
I may
What?
have to go here in a minute.
Oh no.
What about using your water spell to make him sink, like you did with the treasure hoard?
I'm scared to use a scroll that I've already used before because I feel like that's more likely to give me a point of exhaustion than a spell that I
But
haven't used
also
yet.
you have to use it as a ritual.
Yeah. Okay, Hawk.
They'll already be on us.
I have a special kicker in a jar that I got from the place. If I drank that, would that help to get rid of one of my
Effects
points
of a
of
long rest. So yes.
Whoa. Okay, yeah, I'll decide to just immediately wait, hold
Pop
on.
it.
Yeah, hold on. Instead of doing that, because I feel like that'll take a full action and then they'll catch up to us a lot. I'll do that in a second, maybe.
I'd like to still hop on the dragon and start pounding on its head. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Oh no. It's a terrible plan. Okay. I am gonna try... no, that's a terrible plan as well.
Currently, we really don't have any choices.
Can you try just grabbing the sword?
Actually, now that I think of it, can I roll a die to see if I get an epiphany?
Sure.
Okay. Roll.
What an epiphany you had. Sure, you can have an epiphany. What do you want?
Oh, again? Okay,
Yeah.
so basically, I was remembering about the anti-magic, and I'm thinking that these golems are made of magic.
Well,
And-
you didn't see it, and I didn't describe that to you, though. I didn't mention the non-magic part. If you
Right.
want, we can say that I mentioned it to you
If
in
that's
my
okay with
edition.
the DM.
Up to you guys.
Yeah, I may as well just say, oh yes, the floor is necromancy. That is enchantment. That's non-magic.
Right. Okay,
I don't
so
know.
I remembered that he told me about the anti-magic floor, and that these things I'm hoping are made of magic. So I yelled to Gimble, "How about we try luring them into the anti-magic?"
I feel like that won't do anything, but we could try it. I just wonder if perhaps we're supposed to grab the sword with a hand, since apparently we're not allowed to grab it with magic, because that's what triggered this. Maybe whoever made this place thinks that this is against the rules.
Well, maybe you can distract them, take them to the anti-magic field just in case, and I go grab with one of my hands.
Why don't I try to grab the sword, because I already have an injured hand. And I'll hold up my
Okay.
hand with a hole in it.
Okay.
Alright, so can I specifically have the two actions?
Okay, so I would like to run up, just like as they're approaching us, I'll just run and try to just grab the sword with my injured hand. And what do you want to do, Ray? Start running? Start
I would
hiding?
like to start running towards the anti-field, and if I see this giant hare coming towards me, I'd like to attempt to slide between his legs.
Oh,
Past
okay.
him.
So,
Are you going to try to draw their attention too, so that I can do my thing without getting murdered?
Well, I was
or-
hoping that drew their attention, but...
so give me a dex save, Ray,
Oh, no.
and give me a constitution saving throw each.
Okay. This is
15.
we are great at this game. Oh no.
Okay, so Ray, you slide between this golem's legs, and you hear as a fist comes down just behind you,
Oh god.
and you're bolting for it. EJ, you notice off to your left, or Ray, you notice EJ grab this sword with his hand as both golems are following you, and instantly his arm just disintegrates, and the disintegration just starts going up his body.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, Gimble! I don't have much time to think, so I continue running towards this area here.
Okay, EJ.
Okay. As this disintegration is spreading across me, I will have no choice but to kind of like go falling backward. I'll reach for my bag.
That's all he does. Ah!
Well, I'll reach in my bag, pull out the thing that's supposed to help me, and down it in one shot while also transforming into another form. Change that form.
Okay, so you down it, you get the effects of the long rest, and you switch into the other form, and in this form you still have your arm, but the disintegration effect starts on your shoulder and starts spreading across the form,
Oh,
disintegrating your body.
Oh
Great.
no.
okay. Well, Mario's going to meet its match. I was going to transform into Mario.
Okay, well Mario starts to disintegrate.
Oh no! So
Do I realize that he transformed, or am I too...
No, you're
you
sprinting
cannot see
away.
me. I bet.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I really don't know what to do for this situation. So
Chop off your arm?
as I drink this, what happens to me?
You get all the effects of a long rest, you feel immediately energized, and you do shake a little, but otherwise you're okay.
So I lose the point of exhaustion. I get back my hit points and stuff.
Yep.
Okay. But my shoulder is still disintegrating.
Yep.
Okay. Can I do an Arcana check to figure out what is happening to me? Or something.
You
some
appear
kind
to
of
be
check.
disintegrating.
Oh, that's yeah. Okay, thanks.
I mean, you can roll Arcana. If you get high enough, I will give you something. But
Okay.
that's a high roll right there.
15 plus 4 is 19.
I roll.
Yeah. So you'd guess that you just have to like let it consume a form, that it'll stop if it manages to kill something.
Okay.
But you do know that if you're incorrect about that and you let it completely consume the form, it might just kill you, like your actual being.
Okay.
You know, like it could either just kill that form, or it could kill you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 50-50.
Yeah. All right. So let me figure out which form I'm willing to sacrifice most.
Mario.
Well, I thought Mario would be funny because then I could I was going to use prestidigitation and eat or make a fake little mushroom and then eat it as I transformed into another form, which is Waluigi. So just go bloop 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 and turn into a different form. So then it would be useless to be Waluigi if well, okay, fine. So I'll let Mario, the 4-foot-tall halfling, slowly dissolve, and I'll be like, I don't know what else to do. As it kind of burns across me.
Meanwhile, Ray, you're gonna starting to hit this zone, and the golem slams a fist down after you, and you see it just turn into a boulder. So when he lifts his arm back up, he's missing a hand.
Yes, I was right about this.
And EJ, it does your face last. Do you have any final words for Mario? And it just breaks into dust, and you're left in your
Thanos
natural
snapped.
changeling form.
Okay, ego dead again.
Mhm.
Oh gosh. I'll feel naked and awkward, and I'll be kind of looking down at myself. Am I okay?
Meanwhile, in the light, you notice a couple other things
Oh,
starting to
no.
appear. They start as shadows, and then they appear in their full form.
Are they
These
Marios?
two guys are.
Is it just an army of Marios now?
It is ghouls that have the face of Mario.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And there are 7 of them, and they start approaching you.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Oh.
Can I roll a persuasion check on them and be like, yo, my old face, please stop.
Sure.
Face.
Okay, I don't think it'll do anything, but I'm just wondering if these are creatures that can be reasoned with or if they're just monsters in general. That's a 13 plus my charisma modifier, which is, or I guess that's persuasion in general.
Yeah, persuasion.
So that's a plus 9, so 22.
Sheesh.
They immediately start running at you faster.
Oh, great.
What?
Okay.
And at this point, we're going to stop.
Okay.
I have to go. I'm sorry.
That's
Oh my
fine.
lord.
Congratulations. You've gotten in quite a predicament.
We
In case you're
have.
wondering, all of this was set up by a different party. So
Wait, set up?
yes.
They enchanted this area to make this happen?
Yes.
As a trap
did they make
for
any
something?
weakness to this trap?
Yeah, I can't tell you that, but you know,
Why did they do
they're-
this?
it'll all make sense if you don't die.
Also, how did they do this? Why? I've never heard
Well, it'll
of a
make
player
sense if you
being
don't
able
die.
to create these kinds of things. Okay.
All right. Bye.
Oh my gosh. So the only way to beat this is with memes. I know that party.
So
this
we
will be
need
fun.
memes?
We need the power of memes. I don't know. We'll find a way.
Oh my lord.
This is hilarious.
My poor, unlucky thief. He's gonna die. He's had no luck in this
He
game.
really hasn't. He's been knocked out, unconscious, almost killed by swords, having his stuff stolen multiple times, and now have it all burned away.
Exactly. I'm not sure how we're going to win this.
I don't know. It seems like everything we do is just being thwarted. It doesn't seem like there's a correct way to solve this. And if it was set up by the other party, I'm frightened as to what will happen. Well, that
No
was
wonder
fun.
he said we were going to level up like 7 times.
After this encounter, honestly.
Now we get to see if Mara and Gimbal survives.
Yeah. Well, I guess he ain't Gimbal anymore.
So that's not his real name?
Nope.
How dare he steal identities?
He really, yeah. Literally an identity thief. I'm still really sad that Hawk messed it up and accidentally revealed my secret.
Oh, yeah. Did you even know that mine was a changeling?
Yeah. I knew that yours was because I joined when you and Stick were doing your thing. And you tried to change forms, and then that guard spotted you and was like, changeling! And I was like, oh boy, another changeling. This is going to be fun. But I was going to keep it a secret until something actually happened to force one of us to change forms in front of the other.
Yeah.
And then Hawk ruined it. And I was sad. Because I was working hard to keep it a secret, too. So I got my form burned off, and now I'm in my regular changeling form, and there's 7 Marios attacking us, and that's it. Has Ray shouted out about his theory being correct or anything yet?
It hasn't even been my turn yet, so I can't.
I mean, you can shout. It's free action, right?
So I'd like to shout out to my friend Gimbal. Gimbal! I was correct!
What? Oh wait, I guess I don't have that voice anymore. So, I'm just gonna turn and start running that way towards Ray as fast as I can.
So what you notice is the faster that you move, the faster that the Mario clones move.
Oh.
Even though they were already running at him?
Yep. So they just begin to move super fast and catch up to you.
Oh no.
Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm sure you're dying.
I'm not dying. I just drank my kicker, so I'm at full health
For a moment.
Okay, that's scary. Can I do my amazing strategy to just to waste all my spell slots and confuse everything?
Yeah, if everything has a casting time before you die.
Oh, that's a good point. A casting time of before I die. Seems like this is an impossible thing to complete, whatever this is. What even is this? So, this is caused by other group time traveling? I don't understand. I am going to cast Minor Illusion to make it look like a 5-foot wall appears between me and the enemies. Just like snapping my fingers over my shoulder as I'm going.
Well, 2 of them stop, but one of them just continues running, and since he hits the wall, it vanishes, and so the other ones continue to run after.
Okay.
You're wondering, one of them rolled a 2, one of them rolled a 9, and one of them rolled a nat 20.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I do another minor illusion as I'm continuing to run and make a loud boom appear emanating from directly in front of them and have it be a voice saying, "Stop!"
Well, another one rolled a nat 20, but one of them crit failed. So one of them falls over. But otherwise, they just keep going.
Okay. But is it slowing the group down at all as I'm continuing to run towards Ray?
One of them fell over.
Okay, that's
slowed
good.
One of them down.
Okay. I'm hoping that other ones will trip over him.
Right.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Am I safe where I am? Can the golems get to me?
They have stopped outside of the anti-magic zone. This is the fist that they tried to hit you with.
Alright, so I would like to take my bow out, and I would like to aim at the one that's closest to Gimbal.
The
You'll-
golem or the chasey dudes?
The chasey dudes.
Has he noticed me yet?
I mean, yeah, he turned around, so
Okay, well, he would notice that I am not actually Gimbal anymore.
yeah.
He would notice
Who
that
are you?
I'll just kind of slow down a little bit, which is a bad idea, I know, but I'll hesitate for like just a split second and then keep going and not say anything. Because
Okay, I'd like to aim at him instead.
playing the Changeling is very awkward and doesn't say much if he's not in another form.
I'm gonna aim my bow at him, not knowing who he is.
I mean, you would recognize him as a changeling because he's in his default form.
Oh, right. Well, then I don't aim at him. I aim at the weird things behind him because I want to find out who he is.
Yeah, you see 7 Marios just chasing me. Woohoo! Let's go!
Technically, it's down to 6 because one of them fell over.
Oh, okay.
So, what was your armor class as Mario?
My armor class as Mario?
Yeah,
Well, technically it doesn't
it'd be whatever your
change.
current armor class is.
Yeah, okay. My armor class as Mario is... blank?
That's helpful.
What?
Why? My armor class is blank.
11 plus your dex mod.
Boom! 6! Plus, I have proficiency in it. What's
That
proficiency?
that doesn't add to your damage.
Okay.
That roll adds to the roll. Alright, so this guy just disintegrates.
Oh, they're pretty weak.
Well, they just keep running. And one of them's gonna get close enough to attack, since you killed the other closer one.
Run! Whoever you are, run!
16.
I am!
What up? What up?
No, that's not the voice I want to use for this character. I don't know what voice to use for a character that doesn't... Yeah, he'll just say nothing, never mind.
And he just
One
puts
damage.
a big thumb up.
Yeah, just...
1 damage, EJ.
Okay.
As this guy swipes you in the back.
I don't know where my hit points are.
What the heck have you done to your
I don't know! My sheet has gotten messed up somehow. Okay, it's fine. I didn't need this sheet anyway. I'll keep going to the magic zone.
What is this one here? A troll? An ogre?
Oh my
Hey,
god.
hey, don't touch my enemies in reserve.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
but what is he?
We'll
That
find
one's
out
gonna
if we
represent.
encounter him. We don't want to know.
Yeah. It's gonna represent a troll. This is just the table of enemies that I have ready.
Oh my
Oh my goodness gracious.
Why is this one quest so difficult?
Playing the other group.
Well, the lower your hit points are, the higher the percentile chances.
Oh, interesting.
Is this some kind of special ability of his?
No, it's something.
It's a flaw of his class.
So basically, I'll just explain it to you, Ray, because Hawk already ruined my surprises. So I am a changeling Flitz, and a Flitz is a custom class that Hawk made up. That's basically like a time traveler, kind of mess with time kind of person. So if I am not wearing a specific type of binding wear, it's like a clothing item, then if I cast any kind of magic, I have a % chance to like fade into existence and like become unstable in time and like cease to exist in some ways, but then also kind of maybe have
He gets
echoes of
scattered
myself
along
in
the
time.
timeline.
Yeah, so it's an interesting fate.
So EJ made it to the anti-magic zone. So now these guys just one by one run in and disappear.
Thank goodness.
So, who are you?
I'll kind of look at Ray and then like sheepishly kind of hunch down as though I'm like slouching incredibly awkwardly, and then I'll transform into a new form. Who I'm gonna be? I am going to become... I gotta pull up my list. I've got like 7 documents here just for this one character because I have so many pieces of information to keep track of.
Wow. Let's just go back to Gimbal.
I could go back to Gimbal, but I feel like Gimbal... Would Gimbal have his arm still, like, have a hole in it or anything? Not
That's a
saved.
good question, EJ.
Okay, well I'll become Willis then, which is a 4-foot tall goblin with pointy ears, a snub nose, thick glasses that have seen better days, thin curly red hair, same blue robe thing as Gimbal was wearing. He's 15 years old, extremely cripplingly insecure, big coward, complete nerd, loving books, comics, and studies of potions and magic. Pretty endearing, but useless in a fight. So I'll become this small little goblin guy, and I'll look up at you and be like, "Hi, I'm Willis.
I guess you saw that I'm a changeling, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you see a gnome anywhere in here?
Yeah, that was me.
Wait, you're Gimbal?
Yeah, well, I'm not Gimbal, but I was.
Nice. Charles, good show.
Well, what's your name again?
My name's Willis,
Willis.
but if you want my true form name, that would be Plain. I'm Plain the Changeling.
Plain. Alright. Well, it looks like these golems are preparing themselves for in case we try to leave.
Yeah, it looks like it. What are we gonna do?
Are you not going to mention anything about you being a changeling? Because I don't know that you're a changeling yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
This dragon is still just laying there sleeping, by the way.
After all that noise.
You guys roll me passive perception.
Okay.
My passive perception is an 8.
Just tell me it, yeah.
My passive is 10 minus 2, or minus wisdom, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Plus if you have proficiency in the perception, so.
I do not. So that is a 8 total.
So you don't notice until this figure puts a hand on Ray's shoulder.
Oh boy.
This approaching, tall, kind of like skinny guy
Oh boy.
who was perhaps once humanoid.
Willis? What?
Ah!
What? Are you touching me?
That's not me! Who are you?
Is it a human guy?
Nah. Is that your name, Nah?
Nah.
No, it's not your name?
He just kind of like wanders away.
Should we follow him?
Yeah, you go ahead and take the helm.
Okay, I'll start following him.
Okay, so he leads you to the back center of this zone, which is behind the dragon, out of view of the two golems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he turns back to you and he's like, "What are you doing here?"
We were given a quest to go retrieve a sword, and apparently this sword really doesn't want to be retrieved.
Nah, you cannot take sword.
Why cannot we take sword?
If you take sword, everyone die.
Oh wow.
Right.
Is this an enchanted sword or something?
Nah, it's pinned in timeline.
Time. Oh my goodness gracious. More enchantments?
I'll pull out my time tracker and take a look at it to see if it's like doing anything weird in this area.
It is spinning very fast, all around.
Oh, well, yeah, it looks like this sword is not something we should mess with, Mara. Well, do you think we should leave empty-handed?
I want something for this mission. Sheesh.
Suddenly, the figure just kind of changes forms and becomes this tall human wizard instead.
Okay.
Oh, hey, are you the wizard that made the bear?
Do I recognize this guy? Is it one of the party members, the only one that survived?
You do not recognize him, no.
Oh, sad.
Because he joined after Gimbal left.
Oh, no! Okay. But it is the party member. Okay.
Apologies.
So, are you the guy who made the bear just down the road?
Ah, yes, me and my compatriots did that.
Yeah, he was a very good host to us.
Yes. Well, I think it's about time that you leave. And he just opens up this magic door right here.
Before we leave, is it any way possible to get a little bit of gold? Because I just lost everything here.
He just kind of looks at you.
It's okay, my friend. I've got plenty of gold in the bank. I was just looking for adventure, and I guess we found more than our fair share of that.
That's true.
You can certainly attempt to defeat the cave. However, I'd recommend that you leave.
Any hints on defeating the cave?
All I can say is that each challenge has a solution.
I can tell. However, if the sword is a time pin, it sounds like removing it would only cause more damage to everyone. So I'm not sure if I want to mess with it after all.
It would restore the timeline to its previous state. Whether that's a good thing is up for debate.
So if you're the one who set this up, is that not something that you would want?
I'm not really here. Then he turns into a guard.
Turns into a what? A carp?
A guard.
Oh. What?
From the city that you'd been through before.
Okay. Interesting. Well,
So, is time messing with you?
I died long ago.
So you're dead. Okie dokie. Well, is there a way to defeat those golems at least? Oh boy. Oh boy.
Certainly. All you have to do is disable their magical cores. He kind of points to the eyes of the golems, which are glowing a bright blue.
The eyes are glowing. Oh yeah, they are.
I'd like to attempt to use prestidigitation to just send out a harmless sparkle from my fingertips. Just like, see if it works in this no magic zone.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. So I don't explode or take damage from that? It just doesn't work?
No.
Okay, good.
The thing is, as the character, he really wants to get that sword in gold and things like that, but at the same time, he understands that he's in a position he cannot win. As a player, I just want a little bit of gold. He went in there and lost everything.
So, remember how earlier I, hovered all the gold and rubies and, yeeted them over here?
Yeah.
Are they still in this magic zone over here against the wall?
Yeah, they just crashed and scattered.
So if they're in the no magic zone, does that disable their magic forever, or does that temporarily disable it until it gets out of the zone again? I guess. Okay. So Ray, you could go try to pick up that and see what happens. You try to take it out of this entrance, maybe, if you really wanted to.
I'm going to go grab a few necklaces that are scattered, or whatever is scattered.
I think it would be primarily gold coins and rubies.
I mean, you don't have a bag.
I have pockets.
These, yeah, you could probably take two, one in each pocket.
That's how big the gold coins are?
Oh, you're taking coins. I thought you were taking the gems. No, yeah, you can take the coins, sure.
How many coins can I take?
Apparently 24.
Oh wow! How much I lost? I'd like to take one gem. No, I'm not going to take a gem. I'm just going to take the gold. All right, let's get out of here. Blink. Was it Blink?
No, his name was Willis or Plain.
Plain, right?
Or you could just call him Gimbal. It's whatever you want to call him. So Hawk, if I used duplicate time force, remind me how the spell casting works on that. Does it recast illusion spells, but it doesn't recast other spells? It just does an illusion of those spells?
Yeah, so
okay.
It just does the illusion of it. So if it's an illusory effect, it will technically recast it. But
Gotcha.
It would make a false fireball, stuff like that.
Gotcha, okay. I forgot if it actually recasted all the spells or if it did a fake version of the spell. So I was like, if I used duplicate time force, it would just yeet a gigantic pile of crystals or rubies at the dragon's head again. Alright, so Willis will just be like, yeah, how about we head back to town for now? I suppose we can always come back and finish this cave another time if we're better prepared. What do you think?
Yeah, especially now we know what happens. Well, partially.
He becomes a Mario.
He becomes a Mario.
Oh no, a Mario, run!
Yeah, I'll be startled by this and.
The door at this point is starting to kind of flicker in and out of existence.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to leave.
Okay. Ray steps through.
Okay. I'll step through as well, I suppose.
Okay.
The only reason I'm suggesting that we go back to the town is because I really want to see what happened with the whole timeline damage you were talking about.
So as you step in, you notice that this room, it's an inn. There's a counter, there's tables.
Hi, my name is Tiny Box Tim.
Okay.
So yeah, so you walk into this inn, and the door just shuts behind you. Like it was a literal door, you know.
Oh, okay. Can I attempt to reopen it and see what's behind it?
Sure. You reopen it, and outside you see the city street.
Oh,
What?
we are back in town.
Oh. Was there anyone in the inn?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Is
What-
there anybody in the streets?
Nope.
Are there any guards?
There are guards, but there's like no bustling traffic. Right now they've just returned to a city that they'd been at before, but everything is very different because a different party went back in time and changed the timeline.
Really complex song.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I have,
You're really into it.
yeah,
Like,
he's a rogue and he's a... What are you, EJ, wizard?
I'm a Flitz, I guess. Technically.
Oh,
wizard.
but yeah, Flitz. He's a custom class that I wrote. It's like a wizard that does time travel stuff.
I'd like to go up to this guard over here.
Sorry,
No!
just-
Sounds like you have Stickman Ninja around you in real life.
yeah. Worse.
Hey, guard, what's up, man? What's going on? This place is too quiet.
What do you mean?
I mean, this place used to be hustling and bustling.
I don't know.
Is there any like fire or like smoke columns in the city, or is it all just peaceful, just lacking people?
It's just lacking people.
So,
Can I try to cast sparkles again and see if it works?
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
Ray, you do notice that your pocket is starting to warm up a bit.
Uh-oh.
oh, not again.
This time your pants are gonna burn off if you're not careful.
This time I run over here. I'll run into my bedroom and dump my coins onto the
Into your bedroom? You mean just into the inn?
yeah, the inn.
Okay. So just onto the floor in the inn?
Yeah.
In the main room? Okay. So yeah, you just dump all the gold coins out.
Uh-huh.
They are starting to glow up bright orange, and you see them kind of spark a bit. And then all of a sudden, this wave of orange energy starts pulsating off of them
Oh no.
and filling the inn. And EJ, you'll notice some smoke starting to come out of the windows and stuff. Are you gonna stay in there, Ray?
Oh.
Nope, I'm out. I'm outie.
Alright. The inn then promptly explodes into a fireball.
The entire inn?
Yep.
Oh my god. Do we get hit by planks and burning wood and stuff?
No. Like it implodes and then becomes this massive orange ball of flame, and then just vanishes. And there's just like a burnt spot on the ground where it once was.
What did you do?
Willis.
And the guard kind of looks at you and he's like, "Excuse me."
Willis. Those gold coins, you remember I picked up?
A couple other guards have started walking over.
Did those coins just do that?
Yes, those coins just imploded and nearly killed me.
Oh my gosh. That cave is not something to be messed with.
I hate magic!
The guards kind of come over and go, "Excuse us, sir. What exactly did you just do?"
I threw gold coins from a dungeon on the ground because it was heating up in my pocket, and then they started causing some kind of magical thing, so I ran and it imploded and almost killed me. Oh, guards, I hate magic.
You hate magic.
I hate magic.
Well, we're gonna have to take you to see the chief magistrate then.
I'll just kind of
Because
pull.
I hate magic.
I'll just kind of pull on
Yes.
the sleeve of one of these guys and be like, I can vouch for him. He didn't mean to do that. He's just upset.
It's not what he did that matters. It's the words that he speaks. Come in.
What? Oh. Well, can I come tag along? Oh, okay. I'll just follow.
And they just take him into the guard area. Now, there are less guards here. Get out.
Because they're all dead, I bet. Eric might die.
And he just, like, they escort him into this guard building. You notice it is the only building in this district, rather than there used to be, a couple government buildings. Now it's just one. And you guys have been in here before, because it's where you got your quest. But rather than there being, like, a quest desk in here, it's just, like, a straight room of just jail cells. And there's just, the occasional person in a cell, and they just toss him in one. And they're like, we'll be with you shortly. And then they walk out.
Mm-hmm. Where do they allow me to go?
Oh, you can just walk around in there. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Magic.
There are no guards in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Magic.
So I noticed that the town is all weird. Is there any sign that the banks are still working?
The bank's in the other district, so.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know if there's any, like, trade and commerce. Okay, never mind. Quiet down, Mara. It's not that big a deal.
Not that big a deal. I've nearly died 4 times from magic.
Well, maybe you're in the wrong continent then.
I don't know.
I slipped into Gimbal again. Well, I do have another quest that I was given. Something about hunting down Trock and bringing his head to this place if we want to try another quest. I feel like that quest has already been destroyed or something.
I don't think that quest even exists. Look at this place. It used to be a quest place.
Yeah, we were only gone for a day, unless
Exactly.
some horrible magic happened. Can I look at my time tracker again and see if it's still freaking out?
It's not.
I feel like something bad has happened. Very insightful, I know.
I'm just gonna take a nap in here.
You will notice some propaganda posters up on the wall as well.
What do they say?
They're all like recruitment posters for some war.
Willis, look at these.
Yeah? Well, what about it?
There was no war going on when we left.
You're right. That's concerning. What do you think we should do?
Perhaps you should ask around while I'm waiting for my sentencing for just saying I hate magic.
You should probably stop saying that.
I hate magic.
They just have a tally that keeps marking up every time you say that.
And you've been charged with 52 counts of saying, I hate magic. How did you know that I said it that many times? We had a magic tracker. I hate magic.
But he just said it as he read out the sentence. Gasp.
Oh.
I'm gonna take a nap and wait for my sentencing. You just go around and ask what's going on.
Okay. I'll go do that. I'll ask. So, what happened to all the buildings in this district?
There were never any other buildings here. I don't know what you mean.
Oh. Is there any way that I could check my balance in the bank?
All funds were taken by the magistrate.
Oh. Well, thank you for your time. I'm gonna walk back in. So there's still nobody in here?
Nope, nobody.
Can I roll perception to see if there's any guards that are like
Go for
camouflaged in the corner or something?
Is this the same magistrate from
Paladins? I doubt it. 17, and I think my perception is -2, so that's a 15. Oh, that was a big crash.
Yeah, ignore that. You don't notice anyone. No.
Okay. So, how does this door open on Ray's cell if I examine it? Is it like a lock, or is it some sort of magical ceiling?
Oh, it's not locked.
It's not. It's just he's just been put in a room. I'm gonna adjust my thick glasses and be like, according to my theories, it seems like the timeline has been messed with in some way. Well, judging by the whole sword thing, I think if we want to get back to our real time, we need to go back to that cave. Also, all my money is gone. So.
Oh boy, I hate magic.
Quit adding to your sentence.
Okay, go ask them how long I'm gonna be stuck
All right,
here.
he's gone. Okay, sorry.
Why don't... So, this door isn't locked or anything. Can I just open the door?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to walk out, Ray? Or do you think you're gonna get in worse trouble? We can try to be sneaky lack.
Let's be sneaky. Let's get out of here and get back to that god-forbidden cave.
Okay, 1 second. Can we both go in this room and transform into a different form? Or at least I can go into this room and transform into a different form so they don't recognize?
Oop.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. I don't want to become Cleaver Prince because I don't have enough meme knowledge. That one was designed for Genesi to be able to play. I've already been several of these other ones, so I'm going to go with Karlnock. So I suddenly transform into a 5-foot-tall half-orc, and I change my clothes real quick into basically just wearing like a caveman-like toga kind of thing. Like a loincloth type thing. So I'm just, instead of the wizard robe that I had on before. And now I'm very ugly, scars and war tattoos all over my face, and, but I look very strong, and I'll pull out my quarterstaff and brandish it like a club, and I'll be like, let's go!
Very nice, very nice.
I probably look like an uncivilized brute.
So you guys just walk out?
No, I'm gonna
And,
stealth out.
I'm sorry, what are you? Are you a half-orc?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no. I forgot orcs are
So-
hated in this land.
As you walk out, all of the guards turn and immediately draw their weapons.
I wanted to stealth out.
Oh no.
And they just start charging each other, so go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh great, okay.
I'd like to use this time to get out of there. I'm just-
I mean, you can, yeah. Go ahead.
Great.
Roll stealth to see if you can just kind of get away clean.
Alright.
Oh.
Okay, so Ray is like, panic. Hide.
Yeah.
And he like tries to run and he just trips.
Okay.
Smack.
Would it be better to be caught as an orc, or would it be better to transform and have them be angry at me for being a changeling? Probably neither. Great. This is a bad plan.
Good job.
Okay.
Well, so these guys, since they have a default initiative of 7, beat your initiative.
We're dead.
There are,
aren't we?
by the way, 8 guards. So,
We're both dead, aren't we?
so
Okay,
3 of them,
no,
well, they're
no,
only
no.
attacking EJ.
I've got a
okay.
I've got a plan. I've got one singular plan.
Okay, so 3 of them stab EJ with long swords.
Ouch! I didn't even
For a
get to do
total
anything.
of 18 damage.
You sure you have a plan?
18 damage is enough to bring me down even if I was at full health. So I'm down.
And then the rest of them just kind of like walk back to their positions.
Oh.
This reminds me of Skyrim.
So they just bring me down and then leave me bleeding on the ground.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just
Well,
immediately
I-
pass out unconscious.
I mean, there are just 3 guards like standing around you, making sure you're dead. But
Okay,
I'd
Ray.
like to flip myself over. Hey, guard buddies, I'll take care of this hideous orc so you can get back to work.
go ahead and roll.
And then-
Aren't these the guys
persuasion.
that just captured you for saying you hate magic?
So they are like, no. And they're like, all orcs must be presented to the magistrate. And
Oh,
they just
great.
take him and they drag him into a cell and just throw him in there.
Oh gosh. And they again don't guard it.
No, and they just go back to walking the streets.
Okay, I'd like
What
to go back in and see if the door to his cell is open. Or
It
unlocked.
is unlocked. Yep.
Okay, I'd like to go in and see what I can do to stop his bleeding.
Sure. Do you have any medical training, stabilization, medicine, healing potions, spells?
I have nothing.
All right. Do you have survival?
I have nothing.
Do you have bandages?
I have nothing.
Okay. Can you roll just a straight D20 intelligence check then?
You could try to use some of my I have 3 pairs of extra outfits in my bag. You could look in there and like use cloth or something. Or...
Well, so the first thing he does, he's like, "All right, I've seen people wounded before. I got this." And he just takes his hand and he just like shoves it on the wound really hard.
Oh!
I just grunt in my sleep.
Yeah. It doesn't appear to do anything though.
Good. Okay. Fantastic.
I'd like to look into his bag to see if he has anything that can help out.
Sure, Ichor. Read off whatever you've got.
All right. I have my quarterstaff, which I was holding. Did you pick that up? Did I drop it, or do I just
It's
still
on the
have it?
ground somewhere.
Okay, so it's probably outside still. Great. And I think that was my arcane focus too, meaning that. Oh wait, no, my enchanted timepiece was my arcane focus. So I don't know why I had the quarterstaff, to be honest, but it's
'Cause you
there.
get a weapon.
It's my only weapon. Okay, yeah. I have binding wear. I have my enchanted timepiece, which is around my neck. I have 3 extra outfits as well as my common clothes. If you want to destroy one, I would recommend doing the blue gimbal robe. I have 8 dark steel +1 daggers. I have a crossbow, that's a 1d6. I have 20 bolts for the crossbow. I have that weird bluish crystal that I still have no idea what it does. I have the thread brown scrolls that we got together. I have a card with the skull in the center and the mouse in the bottom left from the carnival festival thing. I have an explorer's pack, which is just the standard explorer's pack stuff, and that's about all I got.
Doesn't Explorer Pack have some kind of bandage?
No, it has a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of ration, a water skin, and 50 feet of hempen rope.
And where was he slashed or stabbed?
3 times in the general torso area
Ouch.
with long swords.
I didn't even get to rage.
Well, they have a default initiative of 7, EJ. All you had to do was score above a 7 on your roll.
Well, I crit failed
Mr.
my initiative.
I
What was I
rolled a
supposed to do?
Yeah.
My plan was going to be to use my backup time force thing to do 3 rerolls of an intimidation check to see if I could scare all of them into running away from us. But it didn't go so well because I didn't get a chance to do it.
I would like to take one of his clothing, whatever those are called. Just a random one. I'll let the DM do a roll to see which one I destroy.
Okay.
1.
Okay, so that's my common clothes, which I don't even know what they look like, but yeah, just those ones are gonna go away.
I tear those into strips and I try to bind them around him.
Alright, give me a dexterity check.
Dexterity, I'm good at that. Not 20.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Now you bandaged the wounds very well. Good job.
Yay.
Stay with me, my friend.
Although the cloth is just kind of a temporary bandage, so it is starting to get soaked with blood just by the severity of the wound.
Oh boy. Stay with me, my friend.
EJ, can you give me a death saving throw, please?
Yes. Let me... What do I add to that? Is it just a regular
Nothing.
d20? Oh, okay. So that's 1 pass.
I would like to go outside. Do
Okay.
they do anything?
Nope.
Okay, I would like to go all the way to the market district then.
Okay. As you get there, you notice there are no buildings, except for one, just right here.
I'd like to go into that building.
Alright, it's a modest shop. There's a gnome sitting in there, just tinkering away on what appears to be a small helicopter. And he's just kind of sitting on this counter.
I remember this
shopkeeper.
place. It was on the other side of the street last time, though. I call hacks.
Yeah, it was. Shopkeeper.
Hello!
I'm
can I
looking
do
for
for
some
you?
bandages. Do you happen to have any for sale?
No.
Oh. Do you have anything that can tend to wounds?
Sure. And he reaches back and he pulls out what appears to be, you know, like what pocket knives look like when they're closed?
Yeah.
Or even better, a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that is what it looks like. Like that kind of shape and thickness.
And what does this thing do?
Ah! You cut the wounds off.
What?
What?
100 gold.
cut the wounds off.
Yep.
What if the wounds are in the torso?
They still come off.
But don't you make a bigger wound?
No. He just keeps working on his helicopter, not really looking at you.
Right. I'm going to take a look around first.
Okay.
Okay, so what
Yeah,
I'd like
have
to do
anyone
is
near
try
that
to
much gold,
stealth
do you?
around to him without him noticing me. To the item he showed me.
Like, without him noticing you approaching him?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a stealth.
Plus 9. 12.
Okay. As you kind of walk up, he's like, "Did you decide to buy it?"
No, I'm still looking around.
Okay.
I pretend to be looking at the things on the shelf.
You can roll another
Just
stealth.
casually crouches and like sneaks up to the counter. Did you decide to buy it? No, not yet.
27.
Alright, this time you get up a little closer without him noticing. He's just tinkering away on his helicopter.
Is it close enough for me to try to take it?
Yeah, but it'll be a stealth check to snatch it.
Okay.
Or sleight of hand if you'd prefer.
No, I would rather stealth.
Okay.
12 plus 9 equals 21.
Okay, yeah, you grab it off the counter.
And then I'd like to just pretend to be browsing still as I walk away towards the exit.
Okay. Yep, you just walk kind of sideways out the door.
And before I leave the door, well, I didn't see anything that I could afford, so I'll catch you later.
Okay.
And then I'd like to literally dash, back over here.
Alright. In the meanwhile, you gotta give me a death saving throw.
Okie dokie. Oh, that's a fail.
Okay, my friend, I just got... I don't know what the heck this thing is. What
Still
is it called?
stab me with it. It's
a wound cutter.
Wound cutter.
It's like hedge clippers, but for your wounds.
I got this wound cutter thing. I'm afraid to use it on you, but the goblin gnome assured me this will be good for you.
I'm still knocked out, so I'm not responding.
Oh boy.
He's gotta talk to you, even though you're gonna die. He's like, gotta have this last conversation.
Yep.
Okay, so I'd like to try it on one of his wounds.
Alright, what do you want to do?
I'd like to cut that wound out like he said it would do.
Yes, but specifically, what are you doing?
Oh gosh.
I imagine,
Since you don't know how it works, I have to ask you what you do.
I imagine I have to cut around the wound.
Oh gosh. Just like saw into me. Dig out my organs.
Do I roll something?
Yeah, you need to roll sleight of hand to make sure your hand is not shaking around.
Oh no.
17. What is my
I would have tried like shaving across the wound. Like peeling it off like a scab or something.
I was not thinking of that.
So
17.
you kind of like click a button on this, and this knife pops out, and then slowly expands to the size of a steak knife.
Oh gosh.
And then you just like draw it up, and you just stab down into him and start cutting around this wound.
Oh no.
And as it cuts, it does heal behind it,
Oh gosh.
but it does hurt him. So that's gonna be 3d4s of damage.
Oh no!
3d4.
7 damage.
Okay, so I'm at -7. And that's the second failed death save, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an automatic.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So I'm at 2 failed death saves, 1 successful.
And I didn't cut that wound out.
No, you just cut a circle around it, which healed in, so it wasn't any permanent damage. But
Okay, so I'd like to press the side of the blade against the wound itself.
okay,
Like the sharp part or the flat part?
No, the flat part, the side of it.
okay, you've pressed it flat against the wound.
Nothing happened?
Mm-mm.
Oh. I'm just
The
gonna...
thing is, if I try to do a different type of cut, you're going to give damage to him, and it's going to be his third fail save. He'll die.
It's only a failed save if it's direct damage.
Wouldn't it be direct damage if I'm trying to, like,
No, if it has
fillet him?
if it has a positive effect, it's not direct damage.
Okay, I'd like to...
The reason it was a failed save is because you stabbed into him.
Oh, okay.
Which
I'd like to
edged
try
it
to flay him then. Flay that wound. Like you do with fish.
Yep. Okay. Give me a sleight of hand.
Oh boy. 7. I think I just killed EJ.
Plus dex. So it's because it's a sleight of hand.
Okay.
12.
So that would be plus 5.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of like go across. And EJ, you do take a little bit of damage because his hand kind of like twitches
Okay.
midway through.
So maybe...
It's not a perfect cut, so you take 2 damage, but the wound does heal following the slice across. And you're just left with like a patch of bleeding skin,
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
like separate from the body.
Well, it seems like I figured out how this works, but I hope I haven't killed him yet.
There are still 2 more wounds, by the way.
I'll try to do another wound. Another sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's an 8 plus 5.
Okay.
2 more points of damage, probably.
3 damage.
Oh, goody. I am now at negative 12 HP. If I take 5 more damage, I die.
Constitution saving throw to not vomit.
Oh.
Because you're just peeling skin off of him.
What?
Alright,
Negative 12.
so Ray grabs this section of skin, looks at it, turns back to EJ, just vomits all over him. Over his wounds and his face.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Does that do anything to EJ?
Yes, it heals me.
Okay, 1 more wound to cauterize. Keep with me, buddy. Plus
Oh,
5.
I'm gonna die.
7 damage.
Oh, technically, shouldn't I be dead because that's taking damage when I already have death saves? Oh,
Because it's, I remember I don't run death saves exactly. Technically, yes, anytime that you take a point of damage, you get a death save fail.
okay.
But
So I'm at negative 15 health. If I take 2 more points of damage, it'll be negative 17 and I'll die instantly.
Oh, so you're still alive?
But you do heal the wound. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, all the wounds are healed. I really don't know anything else I can do for you.
Only you'd gotten a special kicker from the inn you blew up.
I'd like to go see if any of the other inns happen to have special kickers.
So you walk into this building, and it turns out to be a war recruitment center. So there's a desk with 3 humans, guards sitting at it, and they wave you, and they're like, "Hello! Have you come to join the fight?"
I don't even know what fight you're talking about. I just got back, my friend got wounded, and I'm trying to help him.
We are here to conquer the many-plane. You see, after the Great War was concluded, and we finally conquered both continents, we moved on to the next plane, and the one after, and the one after.
So
Oh.
you're trying to conquer the world.
That explains a lot.
No. Not the world, the universe.
Right, okay.
Multiple planes of the universe.
Do you happen to know if there is a place here that can sell potions for healing?
Potion. Why would you need potion?
My friend needs to heal. He's hurt really bad.
Oh, well, just bring him here. If you sign him up for a commission, he gets free medical care.
I have a feeling that you would be too happy with healing this one.
Could have just said he's unconscious. You didn't have to say, "Oh yeah, he's a race that you would hate."
Well,
How do you feel about changelings?
Oh, whoa, hey now, whoa, oh no.
why, one of our most respected leaders is a changeling.
Oh.
He kind of points to a post where there's a changeling in true form, standing there with 2 spears stabbing an orc.
I love this new reality.
Okay, so I'd like to change into my true form.
And they stand and they salute you.
Oh,
Well,
I'm impressed.
Thank you for the salute. I have a changeling friend who transformed into a half-orc thinking that it would be alright to do that, but he got attacked by the guards. Do you think you can help me with him?
Of course! Fetch the medical staff! And, like, these 3 doctors sprint out and, like, salute, and they're ready to follow.
Alright, I lead him to the thing. I lead him to EJ's character.
They open his mouth, dump, like, 6 potions in of different colors, bandage him up, pat him on the back, and then sprint. And EJ, you're at full health.
And they sprint?
Yep.
What do you mean they sprint? Like, sprint away?
They sprint out.
Sprint out.
So they just heal me and then leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome back, my
thanks.
friend. You see me in my normal changeling form.
I blink up at you and I'm like, huh? Who are you?
I am Mara.
You're not Mara, you changeling.
I changed to Mara.
Bah! You Mara!
Yes, I am Mara. And I
just
barely
blink
got you
in
healed.
Surprise.
You might want to change into your changeling form around here.
Okay, I'll think for a moment, still just staring at you blankly, blinking in utter surprise, and then I'll, after a moment, switch to my changeling form. And I'll look up at you and be like, you're a changeling too.
Yes, I am. I had to reveal myself, but it's a good thing too. This world is so much more different than our last one.
I'll just give you a hug.
Oh, I tried pushing you away.
No,
I don't do hugs.
It's been so long. Love me. I've never seen another one of my kind in 100 years.
All of a sudden, at the door, appears a changeling.
What?
And,
I'd like to change back.
Tomorrow?
No,
And,
back to changeling.
he's got a dagger belt on that has 6 daggers, 3 on each side. He's got 2 spears strapped to his back. He's wearing a war helmet. And he waves like, "Hello!"
Another changeling! I'm stunned.
I heard there were some changelings here. I've come to take you to Changetopia.
I'll just jump.
Pardon?
I'll jump up from the ground and hug him too.
He kind of pats you on the back. Changetopia, my friend, where all changelings can live in peace.
How many changelings are there?
Millions.
Let's stay in this timeline. This is amazing. I've never been more happy in my whole life. All my life I've been looking for a way to fit in with other people. I've never been able to be myself.
To be honest,
But you can be yourself in Changetopia. Come. And he puts an arm around EJ and just starts leading him out.
Yep, I'll go with him.
I'm just standing there dumbfounded.
Can't say I expected this either.
I
We're gonna
So-
use this guy to represent.
I'm so glad we ended up in the timeline where people actually like changelings, because otherwise we would have heckin' died.
He's just like leading you guys through the streets.
Okie doke.
So whatever happened to this city? We went on a mission given to us by this city to get a sword from a nearby cave which had a dragon in it, and we ended up having to retreat due to enchantment difficulties. So when we came back, everything was different here. Everything.
Your remnants. That explains your confusion. And what you
Remnants?
know about Changetopia.
What's a remnant?
Oh, it's a myth that's been passed on generation to generation for the past 5,000 years.
What?
You see, 5,000 years ago, some men showed up, and they won the Great War for the real followers of Retic. They also established Changetopia and stopped the hunting of the changelings. They did several other things, but they always mentioned that there could be people left over from the previous timeline that may show up one day. And if that were to ever happen, we were to treat them with respect.
Well, thanks.
I am impressed. Who were these people?
We don't really know. There's records of them showing up all throughout history at different major events.
Was one of them a Warforged?
Yes.
Ah,
He
was a good
unfortunately
friend
died.
of mine. Oh! Oh no! Impossible, I saw
Of
him
course,
just the other
though.
day.
The remaining Warforged of Retic did establish the Great Fort in his memory, under the guidance of another Warforged, who
Well,
looked identical to him.
That's good to hear. Let me guess, it was the same player.
I didn't say that.
That's funny.
Now that we're in a peaceful place for changelings.
Well, no. So he's just leading you through the city right now.
No, I'm talking to him.
I know, but he like you aren't there yet. He's just kind of talking to you as you walk through the city.
No, I'm just talking in general.
Oh, okay.
He's saying this to the character.
Yeah, well, I thought he was saying now that we're in a safe place to the character, and I'm saying
okay.
technically you're not there yet.
No,
Gotcha.
I'm saying in general, like the world itself.
Okay. Yep.
Now we're in a world that is technically safe for changelings, and we're supposed to be respected. What does that do for us?
Well, you could retire.
I have nothing to retire with is the issue.
Oh, don't worry.
Everything.
Changetopia is fully funded by the government of Trollnaz.
Trollnaz?
Yes.
I'd like to take... What's your name? Willis. I'd like to take...
I'm not Willis anymore. I'm just plain. I'm in my true form right now.
Okay, I'd like to take Plane off to the side. Give us a second. Plane.
Yeah?
I really have a bad feeling about this.
Why? This is everything we've ever wanted. Our whole lives we've lived in a timeline, well, I guess the true timeline, where we're hated and hunted down and murdered at any corner. This is a place where we can finally be happy for once.
I don't really think this is going to be the type of happiness that you're looking for.
What do you mean?
He's basically taking us straight to Changetopia without even seeing if it was okay with both of us. Like, you went and jumped right onto it, but so far I have a bad feeling about this place.
You think it's not going to be the utopia that he says it will be?
There's no such thing as a utopia.
Well, you'll forgive me for just wishing that there's some hope finally for a brighter future. Although, I suppose if it's fully funded, I might get bored. I got bored living in just one life, so I made several identities that I was living with in the city before, started seeking adventure even though I had money. So, I mean, that would be my only concern.
My concern is that we're going to be expected to be mindless work drones within the community.
Well, we could always visit and see what it's like before we make our decision. Or do you think it would be best to... I don't know if I could bring myself to return things back to the way they were.
We can go look, but if anything seems amiss, I believe we should try to get help to finish that dungeon. Because I do not...
Who would we get help from? The changelings? Have them come and restore their own enslavement? In a timeline where they're hunted down and exterminated?
We wouldn't even tell them what would be happening.
I just wouldn't feel right.
But would you feel right being enslaved to your own people?
Well, I don't know where you're getting these ideas of enslavement. This sounds like a great place to live.
Like I said, utopias don't exist.
Well, I appreciate your concern. I guess once we get there, we can make a better informed decision.
Yeah, alright. I'll try to play along for now.
Okay. Thank you for voicing your concerns.
Before I say anything, I'm gonna whisper to him real quick. I hate magic!
I'll just roll my eyes.
We're done talking.
So you walk back over to the changeling. He's just been waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm glad that you've finished your discussions. So, as you can see, there are 3 buildings here. There's the tower, the hall, and, of course, Changetopia's portal system.
Oh, portal system. So, I do have a question. Can we come and go as we wish?
Of course. Any may come or leave Changetopia, as long as you have changeling identification.
How do you do changeling identification?
Like this. And he just takes his hand, and he touches it to the door, and the door opens. He steps inside.
That's interesting. So, do changelings rule the world or something?
No, of course not. But we are left alone.
Alright. I've heard that this kingdom here have been trying to take over the universe.
Ah, yes. They've been quite successful. Us changelings usually stay out of it, except for a few that became generals.
Right.
Can I try my hand on the identification thing and see if it works or not?
Yeah, the door opens and shuts.
Okay, cool.
As you kind of like put your hand in and do that.
Mm.
Well, I promised my friend here I'd check out the Utopia. Though, I will have to say... actually, what is the rules? What are the rules?
Well, it's quite simple. You come, you be happy.
Is it
Don't
a requirement to be happy?
be happy.
Well, if you're not happy, you just leave.
Right, okay. I had a friend who went to this so-called Utopia one day, and supposedly everyone was supposed to be happy because they were wearing these meters on their back that told you whether they were happy or not, and then everybody got slaughtered because they started becoming not happy.
Ah. Well, no changeling has died in over 2,000 years.
Interesting. Alright, well, like I said, I'll try it out. So I'd like to put my hand on the authentication.
Yep, it lets you in. So
And
all
I'll
3
go
of you are in this room, and he just dials up the portal, which makes some sparks. But he
Makes,
selects.
Does it make the America Online sound?
No, it's just kind of like some different colored sparks start flashing based on what location is selected. And what languages do you guys speak?
I think I speak
Orcish and
Draconic, Gnomish, and Common.
Okay.
Orcish and Common.
So it's in Draconic is Changetopia. So that's what it, like, the name of it. So EJ can read that it says Changetopia, otherwise Ray, you cannot. And the sparks are kind of grayish and yellow, and he just steps in
I ask
and vanishes.
plain what it says.
Changetopia. It's in Draconic.
Alright, well, let's step through this to be our draconic overlords.
Alright, so you step through.
Yep.
Poof. Instantly you were trapped. It wasn't real at all. Bwahaha.
Alright, so you find yourself in this like nice mountain view with valleys below you and stuff like that. So this is the top of the mountain, and then there's like tiers of mountain and valley and stuff. And you're greeted by 2 dragonborn guards with long swords sheathed, and they kind of motion you out of the portal.
Alright.
And your changeling friend is there, and he's like, "Welcome to Changetopia. If you'll follow me, we'll get you nice and settled."
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
I'll just be kind of like looking around like, wow, at all the sights. We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong.
Yeah, it is quite impressive. Over on the north end, there is a giant statue of a tiefling. And then
Is that one of the other party members?
the east side, there's a giant statue of some kind of figure made of a blue shimmering stone. And then on the south side, there is a large statue of what appears to be a Goliath wielding a tankard of alcohol. And then he's leading you down like a staircase right here.
All right.
Cool.
I'm just going to follow. I'm going to just eye everything from the corners of my eyes.
There's also like dragonborns that are just kind of like walking around.
So, other races other than changelings live here, right?
No. Just dragonborns, and they're just here to protect us.
Even though there are millions of us, as you said, we rely protection from dragonborns.
Well, like I said, the changelings don't really participate in the war. And he starts leading you around this spiral.
Do I see anything that seems out of place that would be suspicious?
Can you be more specific? I mean, you can roll perception. If you're not specifically looking for something, I don't know what I can tell you.
Okay, I'll roll perception real quick. 13.
Nothing seemed to... I mean, there's a lot of cool statues and buildings and stuff, but...
Do there seem to be any signs of poverty around
monument.
or anything?
There's no poor people.
Nothing
Just
overpopulation
dragonborn guards walking
issues?
around.
Okay.
No.
Interesting.
Well, if we're going to live here, do we get a house or...
Yep, we're gonna get you settled in. You're finally kind of reaching the midpoint of the spiral, and he leads you into a door that heads into the center of the mountain. Do you follow him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. So
Wow, this
why
is fancy.
dragonborns?
They're good at this. And then you both feel a on the back of the head and go unconscious.
Oh, come on. Well. Alright. Wait, did we
Alright.
see other people walking around in this
Just
area?
dragonborns.
Oh, only dragonborns. Okay, great.
Alright, so as you wake up, you find yourselves in an inn.
What? Oh no, we're
Very
stuck in a time
familiar.
loop. Oh no.
Do I have the money back?
You do not
Okay, good.
have exactly what you had on you.
You mean exactly what
I
we had on
had-
us a second ago?
Yep.
Okay.
My head. Are you
The innkeeper
okay?
walks up to you. Hello. Did you need something to eat?
What?
How did we get here? Am I still in my changeling form?
No. You're in whatever the last form you were in was.
Before the
So-
changeling form?
So
Yeah.
I'm back tomorrow?
Yeah, you're Mara and you're...
Krelnock.
Okay, and you're Karlma.
Okay.
Well, you walked in about 5 minutes ago. Are you going to order?
Me walk in?
Yeah, you walk in.
Me not remember.
Okay, well, do you want food? Remember food? And he kind of like signs in the air.
Oh, yeah. Krelnock food.
No, Krelnock eat food. You
Oh.
Krelnock, you
Krelnock
eat
eat food.
Yes. He walks away. He's like,
Kronock.
and he leaves.
Huh? What?
You do notice there are
Wait.
4 tables that are all full of different adventuring parties as well.
Mm-hmm.
Kronock, we should go. Do we have a place that we're staying in this inn?
The innkeeper comes back over with your food and puts a thing down in front of each of you. Yeah, you bought a room last night.
Right. Kronock, I'll meet you up in the room.
Krelnock want food.
Kronock, I'll meet you up in the room.
I just wave you off.
I go up the stairs to
Well,
the
there's
room.
2 servings of food there. You head upstairs.
Yeah.
There are several rooms that just line the hallway.
Do I know which room it is?
Nope.
I'd like to try out every door.
They are all locked.
Do you have a key
Fine,
in your
I-
pocket?
I'd like to check my pocket to see if there's a key.
Hey, you have a key. It has a room number on it.
Oh wow!
I'd like to open that door,
All right, you step in.
and I would like to just sit on the bed and wait for Kronock.
Okay.
Okay. So have
You
I been?
recognize this, by the way, as a room that you've stayed in before.
Right.
You mean with stick?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I assume I get some food, and then I'll be talking to the bartender as I'm eating, and I'll be like, "Where Changetopia?"
What's a Chantopia?
Changetopia.
I don't know what a Changetopia is, buddy, but best of luck to you. And he walks back to deal with some other customers.
Okay, I'll just get really like sad and upset and confused, and I'll stand, leaving my meal half finished, and I'll go upstairs.
Okay.
All right. So I don't know what room it is either, do I?
Nope.
Okay.
I left the room open.
Oh, okay. So I'll just wander around until I find the right door, and
Okay.
I'll look in.
It's the
and
only
find
one
Ray.
that's open.
Yeah. And I'll be like, Mara.
Yeah.
Hi. They not.
Transform into one that you don't have broken English.
So I'll change while in the hallway still.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
I know. So I'll change into my default changeling form, and I'll walk into the room and be like,
You might want to shut the door behind you. We don't know what kind of world we're in.
So Changetopia is not a thing here? I'll close it over.
I don't think Changetopia even existed to begin with.
I'm so confused.
We may actually be stuck in some kind of time loop.
What? Are we jumping through broken realities or something?
I do not know yet.
Oh no. Can we get back to Changetopia? I'm sure they didn't mean to hit us in the heads.
I
What'd you say?
It was an accident.
Yeah.
You know?
I face palmed to that.
I'm so sad. My character is, not me. I expected that. It wasn't actually going to be real. What do you think we should do now?
First, we need to find out what is this timeline.
You think that we're not in the same place anymore?
We may not be. Also, I want to know why is it that this place here, this inn specifically, is our restart route.
I don't know.
Because if you remember correctly, when we left the dungeon, we got teleported here, and then when we got knocked in the heads, we ended up here.
Well, whatever it is, it sounds like in order to fix the glitching timelines or whatever, we need to go back to the cave and conquer it. So what do you say we try to recruit some people, and I'll see if I have my gold in this reality, and I'll try to buy some good gear for us.
Right. Alright. Let's do that.
Okay. And I'll stand to go out the door, still in my changeling form. Are you gonna warn me?
It appears to be about noon, and you can hear the bustling of crowds outside. And you have a window in your room, so that's how you can tell.
Alright. Well, I forget to tell him not to change back.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
So you walk out.
Yeah, I'll walk out not realizing that I'm still in my changeling form, or like not realizing that that's gonna be a problem.
You get some weird looks from people on the street. A couple people stop and kind of get hit by the crowds behind them and step off to the side. You can see some of them like starting to cast magic, and you can hear like, "It's a changeling, it's a changeling, it's a changeling, it's a changeling, it's a changeling."
Wait. Mara, I think we should go back inside.
Well, as I'm hearing them say it's a changeling, I finally have enough of it. I say, yes, it's a changeling, so what?
Oh gosh.
The crowd kind of like stops. This guard approaches you, and he's kind of like, "Would you follow me, please?"
Yes, sir.
And he kind of leads you, like, cuts through the crowd,
Oh,
and
no.
leads you over to this district.
Oh
Please
boy.
don't tell me there's a portal there.
This is Changetopia. Welcome.
Oh.
And there is two buildings. One of them looks identical to the portal building from before. and
I look
one
at
of
it
them is the normal bank.
I look at the one that we saw before with
He's
skepticism.
he's like, ahem. Now look, you can't be causing too much of a ruckus, okay? And he turns into a changeling.
Oh!
Well, hello there, changeling.
How about
I'll turn and give him a hug too. Just gotta be consistent.
Changetopia is on the hidden menu of teleportation options? Just follow me. I'll take you there. And then you can do whatever you want, okay?
Before we go,
I'll raise one eyebrow and be like, wait, last time we were in Changetopia, I got hit in the head.
I don't think I've ever seen you before in Changetopia. I go there for weekly visits with my mom. And then he turns and starts walking over the building.
Before we go, I need to know what.
Oh, and he turns back into a guard, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to turn into a guard plane.
Yeah, I was thinking I would do the same thing. Just change into the exact same guard that this guy is. So there's just a duplicate.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Like identical twins.
Okay.
Before we go, I want to ask you a few questions.
Can they wait until we're at Changetopia?
I really don't trust that place, but alright.
What's not to trust? It's Utopia. And he walks
That's
over.
exactly what
And he
is
walks
not
in.
to trust.
Alright, so this time, the inside's a little different. There's again
Wait, are
this
we going
menu.
in? Okay, well.
There's no lock on the door this time. Like, it just, the door opens. There's a menu, and he kind of goes through it, but he goes to the very bottom of the list, and then he scrolls super fast to the top. Kind of like if you just, like, dash your fingers across, like, an iPad screen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the screen kind of, like, has this weird vibration in the center of it, and he clicks on it, and Changetopia appears. This time written in common as the teleportation location. And some sparks are coming down. They're like reddish sparks. He's like, come on. And he jumps in.
Alright, I jump in after him.
I hesitate for a moment. I was like, well, I was about to suggest that we not follow him, but alright. And I jump in after him, head first.
Alright. You guys come out, and you find yourselves.
You must have been doing a lot of thinking for this.
Okay. You find yourselves in a nice red room. With a
Why is this room red?
door here and a door here. This is just a waiting lounge. Come. He heads out.
I thought you were going to answer my questions.
Of course, you can ask them on the way.
Okay, my first question is, what are the status of the changelings in this world?
Well, as they've always been, they're hunted. But we've been secretly building this area to keep safe.
And how come I've never heard of it before?
Because it's a secret. Now,
And he doesn't know I'm a changeling, though.
yeah, no, he doesn't. He
Okay.
just knows who your friend is.
Okay.
It's a secret. And if you knew about it, it wouldn't be very secret, would it?
But what's
It was
in,
constructed about 1,000 years ago, and we've been keeping the rumors going that the changeling population's been dropping severely, but really it's been growing.
I see.
And he brings you out into this like outside garden.
It's a red garden.
Yeah, it's right, yeah. And he just sits at a bench. It's like,
Is it
Yeah.
red in like decoration, like paint or something? Or?
yeah, it's like painted red on the walls, and there's red glass.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up with all the red?
Oh, it was our founder's favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I'd like to
May I
transform into a form that literally just has red skin, like almost like Darth Maul colored red skin, and just like completely red.
Okay, sure.
I look at my friend. Are you playing a chameleon now?
You can't see me. I'm blending in. And I'd like to point out I still have the Krellnock, like, just so it looks kind of like there's just a floating, like, brown loincloth thing floating in midair if you're looking at me.
I turn back to the guard. Have you heard of a cave with a dragon?
Of course. It's illegal to go there.
Why is it illegal to go there?
It's extremely dangerous.
Yes, it is.
I recommend you just stay in Changetopia. Enjoy your lives. Retire. Have a good time. And then he just gets ready to leave.
No, before you leave, I block him by standing in the way.
Okay.
Before you leave, there is something going on with the sword in the cave. We've been there before, and we don't even belong in this reality.
I don't know what you mean about swords or realities. Okay. I need to get back to my post, otherwise they'll realize that I'm missing.
Then lead us to someone we can talk to. Someone who could be in charge, maybe.
Fine, here. And he just kind of like walks over to the far side of the garden, knocks on a small door. It's like a hatch, about a foot off the ground. And then he's like, they'll be here in a minute. Can I go?
Yes.
So he leaves. And eventually, a minute later, crawling out of the hatch, is this little dwarf guy. He crawls out. He's like, new ones. Okay. And let me guess. So you're Plain. And I don't know your true name, but you're Mara, I believe is what you've been going by.
What? How did you know my name? How did you even see me? I thought I was invisible.
We have a record of all changelings.
What?
Look, follow me. I'll get you some accommodations. Come on.
Okay.
May I ask you some questions on the way?
Yeah, of course.
First, do you know of the cave with a dragon and a sword?
There's an illegal cave, but I don't know anything about a sword.
I believe that is the same cave we're talking about. There is a sword on the dragon that is enchanted, and it threw...
Even the dragon that was slain almost 50 years ago?
It's not slain. Trust me.
Well, maybe it is in this version. Maybe this is our chance.
But not in our version.
Like a bedroom. Here's where you'll be staying. You're welcome to stay. It's free. There's the garden, all the facilities, dinner served in 20 minutes.
Kralnock food?
All
I'm
right.
kidding.
I'll stay and answer any questions you have, though.
Okay, so is there a way for us to get into that cave? Because there,
I don't know why you'd want to leave Changetopia. It's pretty risky out there.
that's exactly why we need to leave. Because of that risk, we need to do something about it.
Look, the changelings have been in hiding for 1,000 years.
Yes, we won't tell them where Changetopia is.
We can't risk it. You need to stay.
So that's how it's going to be. This is going to be our prison.
It's not a prison. It's a wonderful place.
It's a prison if you don't allow us to leave when we want to leave.
We just can't risk this location getting
It's
out.
not a risk if we don't tell anybody.
It is a risk. I don't know you. Stay a while, get to know everyone, and then if you still want to go, you can talk about it. Okay?
Thing is, I don't trust you or anybody here. The last version of this, the last reality we were in, we got knocked across the heads by entering this place.
Are we even sure that we were in a different reality? Maybe we just got hit in the head. I got hit a little too hard.
He turns into a changeling from his dwarf form. He's like, look, you can trust me, okay? Everyone here is a changeling. You can trust all of us. We all have war stories.
I'd like to change into Cleaver Friends, who's a 5'5" foot tall tiefling. Actually, he already has red skin, so maybe I already was him and I didn't realize. And I'll just change clothes into the same clothes as Elith and Ravenor had. He's a 20-year-old swordsman, and he only can speak in dramatic movie quotes, references, jokes, and memes. He's pretty useless and annoying to have around, especially when trying to communicate.
Okay.
And I forgot the context of what we were talking about, so I forgot the quote I was going to say.
What are the laws of this area?
It's pretty typical. Don't kill anyone, don't steal from anyone, you know.
Is there a rule about leaving?
Technically, no. But you'll find it very difficult to leave without consent.
But there shouldn't be any rule, technically. Isn't there a rule about holding someone against their will?
There's... Look, take it up with the council, okay, man?
I start heading out.
Okay, he doesn't stop you. So where do you want to walk to?
I just walk to this area.
The lounge? Okay, it's just a lounge.
Yeah.
Okay, there's just tables and chairs and stuff.
So, do you see a portal anywhere?
Hey, why the long faces?
A long face is because I want to get out of here.
I haven't watched
I
enough
have to
movies.
look up a quote every time.
Yeah, well, no, I haven't watched enough movies. I can't just pull them out. This is why I thought Denise would be a better player for this character.
Let's get out of here.
It's not what I want to say, though. Why not stay a while?
Do you really want to be knocked across the head like...
Knocked across the head like what?
Before.
No.
Ray's gonna hit somebody.
My guy's already getting pretty annoyed.
Your guy or you, Ray?
Okay, this is a bad plan. I thought of like 3 quotes off the bat, and I didn't say them because I didn't want to interrupt. And now that you're talking to me, I don't know what to do. I'll transform back into someone else. I will become Waluigi.
Okay.
A 6-foot tall elf, and I'll put on my overalls, and my skin is going to become the purple shirt, and then I'll put on a purple hat.
You do realize I'm memorizing every one of your transformations.
Wah! Why are all my characters have bad communication? I forgot that I can only talk in wahs for this one. Wah! As in why?
I give him... you know that meme with the karate guy? What's his name?
Chuck Norris.
No, not Chuck Norris.
Kung Fu Panda.
Some movies.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan, yeah. You know that meme with Jackie Chan and his hands fanning out and...
Like the...
Yeah, that's the face I'm
Oh,
making.
yeah. The, like, 2 hands above his head, like, what are you doing?
Exactly. That's the face I'm making. I'm done. I'm going back to the room.
What? Don't you want to play tennis?
I just ignored him.
The dwarf is still just sitting in this room. He's gone back to his dwarf form now.
Wah!
Like, oh, welcome back.
Is there...
Do you
Let me
guys have a
guess, you
tennis
guys
court?
sit in the-
We do have a tennis court, yes. Would you like to play?
Wah!
It's down the hall to the left. Okay, so he has the tennis court.
So I'm guessing you hid the portal.
There is no portal.
Then... What? So it's a one-way in, no way out.
That's why I said it's difficult to leave without consent.
Okay. I'm just going to go to sleep. I'll talk to everyone later.
Have a good night. He leaves. So you're just playing tennis, EJ?
Yeah, I'm just playing tennis. Why does nobody like Waluigi?
Would you like to do anything else with your night?
No, I'll just play tennis all night.
All
What would it
night.
take me for?
Okay.
And I'd like to cast Unseen Servant to play tennis with me because nobody else is here.
Okay.
Just have him pick up a racket and
So
play
8
with me.
hours pass by. So Ray, you wake up.
Okay, I'll look around the room for my partner.
He is nowhere to be seen.
I'm exhausted, still playing tennis.
And I walk out into the hall. Do I see...
Nope.
But you just hear...
What's this room across from?
It is. The door is closed. You're welcome to open it.
I knock first.
Okay. There is a response. Says, security only, please.
Can I roll an intelligence check to figure out when Ray's gonna come find me? Like,
Sure.
in the amount of time it'll take for him to find me. Okay. I'm pulling a Jack 544. 9 total.
So you're pretty sure he'll come sometime in the next week?
Alright. I'd like to take a short rest. And then try to do my bamboozling method. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, but right now, social rest takes an hour, so we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
No,
just
what you
retire,
putting
Ray.
us in?
You
I
could
don't
just
want to
retire.
retire. I don't want to retire. I want to level up this character.
You just want to die, is that what I'm hearing?
Do what?
You just want to die? That's
He
what you're
doesn't-
slowly pushing for, is
Am I
death.
really? Am I really?
They gave you a nice retirement option here, and yet you're insisting on trying to get back to that cave that you ran away from the first time.
Yeah, but we know better what is going to happen. And
We know better now. We know how we're gonna die.
I have a plan that I couldn't do last time. That's the thing.
Okay, so
I just wanted to see what was happening in the town. That's the only reason I ran away. But
you knocked on that door, right? They said security only.
Actually, I'd like to talk to a security person.
Please find the security offices.
I do not know where to find anything around here. I just got
So
here.
you're right.
Thanks for interrupting me.
Ooh.
I go to the security office.
Alright. So, inside there's just some different changelings, all in their true form. All just working on paperwork and stuff, and they wave, and they've all got, like, batons. And like, hello! What can we do for you?
Well, first I'm looking for my partner I came here with yesterday.
Do you know his name?
He got many names.
Plain. Got it.
Yeah, Plain.
And
Plain.
they look it up, and they're like, he's been at tennis for the past 8 hours.
What? Okay.
He's currently taking a nap.
And how do you know this?
Oh, we can track you. And they flip this crystal screen around and show little dots, one representing you and one representing him.
That's horrifying.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's just to make sure you don't leave. And they
To
flip the
make
screen
sure
back
We
around.
don't leave. But the thing is, there is no rule saying I have to stay here.
That is true.
May I ask where the portal out is?
There is no portal out.
Okay, let me rephrase that. May I ask where the way out is, or how I get out?
Oh, certainly. If you die, you're welcome to leave.
But what if I don't want to die? What if I just want to go back?
Then I happily recommend that you just retire.
I don't want to retire. I'm a busybody. Just can't retire.
Oh, well, we do have adventures you can go on.
Please don't tell me it's cardboard forts.
They kind of tap some more on their screen, flip it around, and they show you that there is actually an entire section dedicated to daily adventures.
Can I go on a specific venture that I want?
Certainly, we can program anything.
I don't want a programmed one. I want to go on the original adventure.
Oh. Why would you want to do that?
Because there is a really cool cave with from what I heard, a dead dragon in
The
there.
cave adventure. Yes, we got that from your memories. Here.
Oh, no.
There you go. It's programmed in.
Oh, no.
Just
That's not what I meant.
You should just keep trying that until you get it right, and then you'll know exactly what to do.
I mean, yeah. Thank you for your help. One last question. Where is the council?
Oh, there is no council. That's just something we tell new people.
And eye twitchers. Okay, who is in charge around here?
Well, the gods, of course.
If the gods are in charge, then perhaps I can talk to them, I say between my teeth.
Oh, they hear everything.
Then maybe I can hear them?
Only if they want to talk.
How many people are living here?
Oh, let's see. 2.
What about you 3?
Oh, right. 5.
And the dwarf?
6.
How many people in total besides 6 of us live in this area? You should know, you have
2.
us being tracked.
No, just you are tracked.
I'm still playing tennis. Actually, no, wait. Okay, sorry. I was resting.
You said
okay.
6 a second ago, and then you're saying 2 again.
Well, yes.
Are you saying you 3 don't live here?
Of course not.
Where do you live?
Well, we live with the gods.
No, you do not live with the gods, you live down here!
What?
You're right here. You're working here.
Oh, yes, we work here.
So there's got obviously a way to come back and...
Well, yes. The gods send us when we're needed. And then we go back when we're not.
So if we're the only changelings here, keeping us here will not do us any good anyway.
You're not the
Because
only changelings. We're changelings. They kind of point at each other like, see?
But we're the only changelings that live here.
Well, for now.
But that would be useless to have 2 male changelings living here.
Well, no, it's safe here.
You didn't ask my
Until we
gender.
run out of supplies and die.
Oh, you won't run out of supplies. The gods just provide more.
Who are these gods, by the way?
Ah, the creators of this whole world.
And who are the creators of this whole world? What are their names?
Oh, well, there were a few of them. So, there was Simon, and Chip, and Flar. Oh, and of course, we can't forget Codarian, and Austin, and Ian,
Oh no.
and Adam. Oh, and then there was Jacques, and Ben, and there's like listing them off their fingers. Daniel, and Noah.
Okay, that's a good list. Thank you
And
very
then there
much.
was Trike, and Ike, and Alejandro.
I'm going to
and
leave them as
Charlie.
they're counting.
Can I do my thing now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the total casting time on that? Like across all of it?
So I think I have it written down in my document. So what I'm gonna do is, as I'm finishing my short rest, I will use prestidigitation to create 3 like hand-sized objects, and I'm going to make those 3 objects little mini versions of myself. So
Are you
3
wearing
little
your
mini.
binding wear?
What?
Are you wearing your binding wear?
I
in
am.
Waluigi form.
Wait, what?
In Waluigi form.
Yes, I'm wearing my binding wear underneath whatever I'm wearing for almost all my forms, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, I used prestidigitation to create 3 duplicate little animated Waluigi action figures, basically. Then I use Unseen Servant for an hour to hold an object, or I use it to pick up 2 of my Waluigi clones and like wave them around spookily, so they're just kind of floating in the air. Then I use Minor Illusion to make another illusion / duplicate of myself for 1 minute, and I use Mage Hand to spookily move around the 3rd prestidigitation guy that I made. In total, that is 3 prestidigitation guys that are floating around, the Mage Hand, an Unseen Servant who's moving that around, and a Minor Illusion duplicate of myself. So that's 4 Waluigis, including myself, and then the Mage Hand and the invisible one. Then, because I was just finished a short rest, I combined that with my temporal recovery ability to recover a spell slot, and I cast Time Force Duplicate to create a clone of myself that will perform all the actions that I just did after a 30-minute delay. So now I'm going to wait for 30 minutes until my duplicate appears, and then he'll do those
Well, he would
same
already
spells
be
again.
there. He would just be playing tennis, and then
Yeah, he'll be Well, it's a half hour ago, so wouldn't he be taking a nap for?
Yeah, it's a half hour. So yeah. Oh yeah.
So he'll be taking a nap, and then I'll wait until he finishes taking a nap, and then I'll be prepared to complete my amazing activity.
Well, while he's doing that, I guess I hear him doing a bunch of stuff.
You just hear a bunch of wah, 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 wah.
I go to the door just to peer in.
And you see 8 Waluigis plus the original. No, 10. Sorry, total. I believe.
No, not yet. I haven't finished my ruse yet. Well, I mean,
I
there's
look
some
at
of them in there.
these 10 Waluigi and say, nope.
do I see him? Or did you look through a keyhole or something? How did you look in?
I looked through the door. I went to the door.
Oh. Well,
and then I said, nope.
and I wave you in.
Nope.
No. You gotta come back.
I'd like to go to that little trap door and knock on it.
Okay.
Alright. Hello.
Good morning.
Is it morning? Yes. Yes. Good morning.
Yeah, well, you lied to me about there being a council.
I did not. There is a council. Do you need a council?
I was told there was no council.
The gods will provide a council. Allow me. And he just starts crawling back through his door, and then he crawls back out, and he leads a couple duplicates of himself.
Oh, what?
Yes, let's have a party with the Waluigis.
So you're a council of this place?
Yes.
I would like to request to leave.
Denied. They all say simultaneously.
Is there a possibility I can turn that into an accepted?
No.
And why is that?
Because the council has the final decision. Thank you. Have a good day. And they all start leaving. Just the original guy.
Why are you doing this to us?
It's not us. It's the will of the gods. They created us and everything else in the world. Especially for you.
No, it wasn't especially for me because I'm locked in like a rabid dog.
No, this world exists purely for you and your friend, who appears to be duplicating himself.
Yes, I think he's going a little mad from being locked up.
Yes, well.
Just hear echoes down the hallway.
Did you hear that cry of anguish?
Well, if you really don't like Changetopia, I'm sure the gods would be happy to provide you with whatever environment suits your fancy.
I just want to go back so I can finish my quest.
We have an adventure wing.
No, I don't want to go on a fake adventure. I want to go...
We have real adventures. Okay. Would you like to fight wolves in the forest? There's all the real danger. You could die.
While I'm waiting for a half hour for my plan to complete, I'm gonna wander out juggling the 3 prestidigitation versions of myself and just singing in wahs.
Okay.
This is why I usually stay in my normal forms. I have some very eccentric ones that I keep hidden.
Is there any way out? You can just... I promise I won't leave if you just tell me how to leave.
Well, as I said, the gods are happy to allow you to go to any environment you'd like.
No,
except for that cave.
Why?
It is forbidden.
But it's not forbidden. It's the quest I was on.
Well, consider that quest completed.
No, it's not completed because I'm stuck in another dimension.
Do you need gold? Would
No,
that make you feel... Here, the gods will provide gold. And it begins raining gold coins.
I can't help myself. I start picking up as much as... and then realize I don't have a gold bag. This doesn't make me happy.
Do you need a bag? A bag just falls from the ceiling.
I look at Waluigi. And then back at the short guy.
You mean the 3 smaller versions of myself that I'm juggling?
No, the
dwarf.
Oh.
I hate magic.
Ah! Yes, the gods already knew that.
I just turn around to the wall and bang my head on it several times.
Okay. Idek, can you give me a perception roll?
Yes. That's a 9 total.
Okay. EJ, you do notice that each time he bangs his head, some light blue sparks kind of come off of the wall. Ray, you don't notice that because you're busy banging your head.
Alright, I'd like to chuck all 3 of my prestidigitation mini clones at the wall as hard as I can.
Okay. They just kind of hit, and there are some blue sparks that come off, and you see like one of the bricks kind of phase out of existence for a second. Do not mind that, Sister Dwarf, please. Go back to duplicating yourself.
And I'll
I
just
stop
shrug.
because I hear him say that.
I'll motion for Ray to follow me and try to lead him back down this way.
Okay, I'll follow.
Okay. Has it been a half hour, Hawk?
Sure.
Okay. So now that my Time Force duplicate version of myself is performing all the actions that I did a half hour ago, my Time Force duplicate should be casting all those spells that I previously did. So the Time Force duplicate will cast Prestidigitation to create 3 hand-sized objects that are clones of himself, the Unseen Servant, Minor Illusion, and Mage Hand. Then I will also do those exact same spells myself, creating a grand total of 6 mini Prestidigitation versions of myself, 2 Mage Hands, 2 Unseen Servants, 2 Minor Illusions of myself, 1 Time Force duplicate of myself, and my original self, filling the entire room with 14 confusing versions of Waluigi, creating
Is
the
this
most
what you
difficult
wanted?
setup, short-lived, and annoying distraction you've ever seen.
Is this what you wanted to show me? Would you please just change into a non-annoying form?
My
I'm
face will kind of
getting
droop, and I'll
tired.
just be like, ah, and all the other Waluigis droop as well. And then I'll turn into a different, my default form, and I'll be like, well, what do you want to do? As they slowly start to disappear, because a lot of them are only 1-minute spells.
I just want to get out of here. And what is it that he was saying back there while I was banging my head against a wall?
Yeah, Ray thought you were leading him to some secret plan. Really, it was just.
I don't know
Look,
if I
can
have.
make
I don't know
many.
if I ever picked up my quarterstaff, or
No,
should I
you
say I
didn't.
didn't? Okay, I didn't. So I don't have a quarterstaff anymore. But I will
As soon
pull
as
out.
your desire for a quarterstaff enters your mind, a quarterstaff rolls out of the door.
Okay, I suddenly have a desire for that crossbow that could cast darkness and light and stuff.
A crossbow falls from the ceiling,
Oh no! Can I?
but it's just a normal hand crossbow.
Oh, okay. I'll pick up the quarterstaff at least. I'll ignore the crossbow.
It kind of vanishes when
Oh,
you
okay.
look away from it.
Wait, do I know about the simulation thing over here?
You went straight to playing tennis.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so I don't know about that simulation thing that can run us through the cave.
But what was this that the man said earlier while I was hitting my head against a wall?
All right, I'll swing my quarterstaff as hard as I can at the wall.
Okay, strength.
Oh,
You slam the wall, and it kind of vanishes for a second, and then reappears with blue sparks kind of coming off of it.
My eyes are so wide. Perhaps we could do that again and try to run outside of it?
I'll back up across the entire tennis court and attempt to sprint at the wall as hard as I can.
Okay. Give me a strength. And then a constitution.
Constitution is a +2, so that's a 12.
Okay. EJ hits the wall and just kind of phases half into it and then falls back, and he's like ejected back and hits the ground, and that'll be 3 damage, EJ.
Okay.
Since things have been popping out in our minds, I start thinking about, like, explosives.
Oh,
Some dynamite just starts raining from the sky.
I'd
I
like
start
to. I'd like to ritual cast the levitation spell from with the yellow scroll again on the dynamite.
Okay. You get a point of exhaustion.
Aw, okay.
But yes, you have a ball of floating dynamite that's just getting larger.
Okay, I'd like to chuck it at the far side of the tennis court so it isn't like directly next to us.
What are you doing? And you see like shimmering half bricks and blue sparks, and outside you see a blue void stretching on for eternity with a gray sky.
Wow.
I'm just gonna run and jump into it.
And this guy is just like frozen. He's like, eh.
He's glitching.
My friend, I think he
sprinted out.
Yeah, I just jumped out into the void.
Okay, well, Cowabunga!
Alright, you guys are just falling into eternity.
Then we wake up in the inn.
And falling.
Oh no. We've broken reality.
And falling.
So, do you have a deck of cards? We could probably...
I have one
Alright.
card.
Okay, so that's 6 damage to both of you.
Oh.
6 more damage to both of you. So that's 12 total.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'd like to take off my binding wear.
Tell me if you go unconscious.
I'm unconscious.
Alright.
Wait, what?
6 more damage to EJ.
Okay, I haven't gone unconscious yet.
6 more damage to EJ.
Now I'm unconscious.
Okay. EJ, and Ray, you both, like, feel this sucking feeling from inside of you as if you're, like, imploding. And then, Ray, you wake up, and, you feel these things, like, pull out of your head, and you hear a... And, you can see this room full of crystal screens and different guards. You see that dwarf guy walking around.
What's my health?
You have 1 HP.
Okay.
And as you can kind of step out if you want, and you can see the pods aligning with all the different changelings. You're in your default changeling form. And there's just like hundreds of changelings in these pods. In their normal forms. And as you kind of like look to the pod next to you, you see this like shaking changeling form that just breaks apart into blue floating runes that just vanish. And EJ is lost to time.
What?
Wait, EJ is lost to time?
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen?
Because they took off your binding wear when they put you into the pod. And because you died in the simulation, it started to break down your system, and so you scrambled. It went away.
Why did Ray not do that? I'm confused.
Because
Ray is not a flitz.
Oh no! Okay. Well, poof, I'm gone. Scattered across time. And now, Ray, it's up to you to do that entire giant thing.
One of the dwarf walks over, he's like, I really told you shouldn't have left. And he takes out a dagger, and he goes to stab you.
Can I dodge it?
Yeah, you can roll a dex save. No. And he cuts into your heart, and everything goes black. Bum bum bum. And that is the end, my friends.
So, Mara's dead.
Well,
Is she?
in this reality.
I'm so confused about what's happening.
If you'd like a short explanation,
Yes.
That would be
effectively what
fantastic.
happened was they went back in time 5,000. So the reality you woke up in is the actual altered reality. Okay? So
Okay.
the one where you like there are no people in that city. So they went back in time 5,000 years and they ended the war by
Mhm.
winning it.
Wow.
Heretic. They
Mhm.
killed the other god. They killed Uri. Conquered both continents. Slaughtered all the orcs. And Reddick was not satisfied with controlling everything. So he started conquering more. And more. And meanwhile, the people were starting to get more advanced. And you know how changelings were kind of like studied? Well, in this one, because people weren't focused on fighting a war, they were able to spend more time studying them. And so they created Changetopia, which is actually just a research facility where they stick the changelings into these machines that create an artificial reality for them that they can then live in while they're experimented on, and eventually they die, usually, but it allows them to just take the changeling resources, their energy, their ability to change form, and abuse it, and use it for what they want, which they've been using to conquering realities. All of this
But I escaped.
Well,
Wrong way.
yeah. You escaped via death. So you were in that reality.
Sort of death.
There is actually a way out of that where you wake up, but instead you blew a hole in it and just jumped out.
So we just killed ourselves by jumping into the void
Yeah,
in Minecraft?
basically.
Oops.
But yeah. A large portion of this was built by the player. Some of it was built by me and my NPCs.
So they
because
actually designed this type of thing?
Not the artificial reality portion. That was me. But Changetopia and the fact that it was a resource facility, they established that. And the cave they built and the talking bear.
That's funny. So what exactly does the cave do? Like,
If you get the sword past the cave door, everything goes back to normal.
but how does one do that? Is there a way to touch the sword without
Okay.
getting enchanted or
So
killed or
yes, so
dissolved?
everything has a solution. So
Yeah, that's what I figured,
none
but
of the
I don't know.
monsters can get past the purple zone.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
once
figured
they
that
enter,
one
they
out.
die. Yeah, which means that you're able to attack the dragon from the back. If you kill the dragon, the sword stops being cursed
Mm-hmm.
because it's cursed because it's touching the dragon. It's a necrotic dragon, which means that any time that it damages you, you have to roll Constitution or take necrotic damage.
I see.
Is
I
the
did
dragon,
not think of that.
Is the dragon
Yeah.
able to enter the?
Yes,
The magic
the
zone?
dragon is just a normal creature,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's currently under a sleep spell. So once you damage it, it wakes up.
Gotcha. I did
I
think about.
punched it many times. It never.
You didn't do enough damage. Like you have to actually like damage it. You didn't break its scale.
Honestly, I should have done damage to it with like eating a mountain of rubies at it, but
Yes and no. So fun fact: everything in that that treasure pile, was conjuration magic. So none of it was real,
oh my gosh.
Wow.
which is why you can't leave the cave with it. Out the exit, like, so it's enchanted, so you can't go out the main door with it. The only thing you can is the sword. And if you leave with it, the conjuration spell ends, and so it just explodes.
That's why I exploded.
Yeah.
So, what was the way to get out of this reality?
If you had continued kind of wishing for stuff, you were on the right path. You know, they create anything that you imagine or that you want to try and keep you there. So all you have to do is keep asking for doorways, and then you just keep going. You just keep thinking of places you want to go, and just keep going there. And
It
eventually
overloads
they
it?
can't create it fast enough. Yeah, and so you just get out.
That's interesting. I mean,
Mhm.
technically, we kind of overloaded it too, but
You
then
did,
just jumped
except
out.
for the wrong way.
Is that why he killed me? Because I did it the wrong way?
No, he killed you because you came out with 1 health. If you get out the normal way, you come out with all your health. And then you can get your way out of there and go back to the cave and try and figure out how to get the sword. But yeah,
Well,
each of those golems, by the way, if you had actually killed one of those, that's why I was like, oh, you're gonna level up so fast. Each of those golems is worth 14,000 experience.
Oh my gosh.
Technically, the small Marios are worth 100, so you could have leveled up if you wanted to level 2. But
What if I had like shot the glowing eye of the goblin thing? Or I thought about doing that, but would it have been able to
yeah,
dislodge the
if you
power
cut
core?
well, if you get its head off, it's in the head. So all you have to do is
Ah.
decapitate it.
Yeah, I did have a lot of strategies and thoughts of things to do, but I just felt like it was
Yeah.
risky and out of character.
Well, you
so-
guys unfortunately ended up in a campaign that basically I was like, oh yeah, you guys can do whatever you want because nobody else is playing this anymore. Because I had like 20 people that all finish this, like total. And so I took ideas from all of them. I was like, oh, sure. And then you guys were like, oh, we want to know what happened. So I'm like,
well, I'm gonna tell you, it's
Wait,
Yeah.
so they stopped playing it? They just decided to.
well, I mean, they finished a bunch of stuff. I think 3 or 4 people ended up at level 15. A couple people were like level 8 and stuff. But they finished the main quest line that I had them running through, like trying to find all the pieces of Reddick and resurrect him. And then he says, "Oh, I can send you back in time." And they were like, "That sounds cool." And so they did that.
and then ruined our lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
We were just going on a normal quest, and then suddenly the world got flipped, turned
Oh
upside
yeah,
down.
and the Warforged got massacred
Aw, my
on
buddy.
the battlefield.
He'll never be able to help me carry my shopping anymore.
Alright, I gotta go do some stuff. But
Alright.
yeah, that I hope you guys enjoyed dying.
Yeah, thanks. It was a fun campaign.
I'm glad EJ got scattered through time.
Me too. A lot
I
of stuff.
told you I did not trust.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, I didn't trust him either, but I was just doing it based on the character. My character was like, oh, finally a place to fit in, and he was too excited to be reasonably suspicious.
The thing is, my guy was tempted to leave you at it just to let you go on your own.
That would have been
Because
interesting.
he didn't want anything to do with what you were trying to do, but he couldn't bring himself to leave you alone because you were another changeling.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe someday playing the Changeling will be saved from his time prison, and he can get revenge on those people for killing Mara.
I'm
Say
sorry that
that
Mara in
he
this
was-
reality is dead.
Oh, but in another reality, maybe she's not.
That's true. There are many realities.
There are now.
I actually like that ending, despite losing Mara for that reality, I guess.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Alright,
Well, that was
bye
fun.
guys.
Thanks for doing that. Hawk.
Bye-bye.
See
No
you, Hawk.
problem.